Well, I've had a piece of chicken. I've had a little drink. I've looked at all the girls, given one or two a wink. I'm sitting in my seat, radio to my ear. The Star-Spangled Banner and the crowd's opening cheer. I've been waiting since last Saturday. See another one beat. Friends, it's time once again to let the big dog eat. It's time to let the big dog eat. It's time to hear the bulldog beat. It's time. 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 It's time to leave the red and black. It's time. It's time to bring the bulldogs back. It's time. It's time. It's time. It's time. It's time. It's time. I love to go back to Athens town. I love to jump up when they hunker down. I love to see the red coat spell the name. I love to talk about that bulldog thing. It's time to get the bulldog grin with 75,000 of your closest friends. It's time. It's time. It's time. It's time. It's time. It's time to feel the bulldog heat. It's time to let the big dog eat. It's time. It's time. It's time. It's time. It's time to get the bulldog grin with 75,000 of your closest friends. It's time. It's time. It's time. Is it time? It's time. It's time. Well, they fighting at this town and they fight away from home.
Stadium is worse than bonkers.
Don't matter where they are, 'cause winning is the sweetest bowl.
Got a touchdown in the corner.
When the red and black appear, you know those dogs are right.
Oh, you hurt the walker.
'Cause before it's all over, you're gonna see the Bulldogs bite.
45, 40, run, Lindsay.
Hunker down, Harry Dog.
Hunker down, Harry Dog.
Hunker down for a fight.
Hunker down for a fight.
When you beat the Georgia Bulldogs, you're gonna feel the Bulldog. Ever seen a bulldog ready for his meat? Well, to try to hold it back is a near impossible feat. It'll do your spirit good when you see that bulldog bite. But jump to your feet when you see those bulldogs bite. Hunker down, Harry Dog.
Hunker down, Harry Dog.
Hunker down for a fight.
Hunker down for a fight.
When you beat the Georgia Bulldogs, you're gonna feel a bulldog bite.
Yes, sir.
We are live from Cannon, Georgia.
Cannon, Georgia, the big gun, baby. Ready to go. Finally that time. Opening night of college football eve. Opening
Ooh.
night eve.
Yeah.
Clark.
So
Opening
you're not
night.
counting
It's
week
better
0.
than Christmas Eve. It's better than Christmas Eve.
Sure is. It
No,
feels
no,
like
no.
it.
Week 0 is just an appetizer, man. Hey, look, week 0 is like going to the Outback and getting a blooming onion, and then you're waiting for your Aussie steak or whatever that you're going to get, coming. So the full course meat and potatoes is tomorrow of opening the college football that we've enjoyed this week. I'm so thankful it's back, man. I'm fired up, Clark. The rivalry that we love just don't get a lot, but we
Yeah.
love them. We hate them. The people across the border from where we live over across I-85 in South Carolina, Clemson, in Atlanta tomorrow. How we feeling?
Feeling good, Adam. I'm getting actually a little bit more nervous as the week goes on. I think I'm just reading into it a little too much, overanalyzing this game. But otherwise, I feel pretty good, and I'm ready for tomorrow for some live college football. I'm ready, Adam, for tonight.
Yes, sir.
To hear from the people. We're going to get to you guys in just a little bit, but right quick, I just want to make sure we're even live and people can hear us. If you could just give us a thumbs up, that would be fantastic.
Yes.
We have started these before and not had audio.
Yeah,
so
we have. We
can't start off that.
First time, Clark, we ever did a live call-in show 3 years ago in this building right here against Clemson.
Yeah.
I love it, man. I love it. Juiced up about it.
Well, hey, right quick in the comments, if you don't mind, I think we're on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube live tonight.
Yes.
So if you don't mind, drop where you're watching from or listening from. We'd love to know that. That's just cool.
Yeah, I'd love to hear that. I'd love to know where everybody's tuning in from, how everybody's getting fired up for opening day of Georgia football coming tomorrow. What you're doing tonight, let us know. Yeah. Can't wait to hear from our friends that we haven't got to hear from, since last year when we were doing these things, man. But hopefully it's a fun-filled season. And, Clark, we look, kind of even before the season. And then, of course, just the season naturally creates call-in show games, right?
Yeah.
And, hey, there's a bunch of them on the schedule this year. I can tell you that right now. Just looking forward to it.
Absolutely. All right, we're getting thumbs up. We are heard. That's a good thing.
Yes.
And so now we want to hear from you. And you know what? We're going to start off this 2024 season with a familiar caller, a familiar voice on the Rose 60.
Is he on?
I think he just hung up.
Call back. Call back.
We're going to open up the lines, and maybe the same person will call again. He's called about 4 times. I mean, this guy is ready.
He's ready to go. And there he is.
Yeah,
That's our guy.
Here
That's our guy.
All right, welcome to Rose 60. Who we got?
Joe from Jefferson.
Yes, sir, Mr. Joe. Great
There
to
he
hear
is.
from you. Great to hear from you. How you doing tonight?
I'm doing great, guys. I tell you what, I'm excited about tomorrow.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm fired up about it. Something I've been looking forward to. Since this game was announced, was fired up about it, and can't believe it's already here, and it's time to roll. So,
Well, I'm going to tell you guys, I had a little dream about the start of the game. The Dogs ran out on the field, all in their red, and the Georgia fans stood up and cheered, and the Clemson fans stood up and booed. And one of the Georgia players ran out in the middle of the field, pointed to his helmet, and held up the number one.
held up the number one.
Georgia fans went crazy, and Clemson fans just booed like crazy.
Hey, I
What
love
a
it.
dream.
Come out there and got him off the field.
I love it. Well, in your dream, then, Mr. Joe, did you see any gameplay? Did you see any gameplay? Did you see if Georgia won the football game or if any big things
Dogs
happened?
won.
Good.
Dogs won, no problem. Dogs won by 4 touchdowns.
Woo, man. Boy, I take that. I take that in a heartbeat.
I'm gonna tell you, Clemson's nothing like Dogs. So.
Yes, sir. That's right. They're historically in this rivalry, Clark and Mr. Joe, I did some research even further. Clemson's won 18 games total the whole entire time in this whole series history. And, I know you can't base these two teams this year off the past, but still, I love going back and listen. Clemson, half of their wins were before 1915.
Good God.
9 of the wins were like before 1915 or 1925.
So before
I wasn't born then.
That's right. I wasn't born then. So. But I was saying that's one thing, death, taxes, and Clemson does not beat Georgia on the football field, period.
Well, I'll tell you, in 1966, I was 16 years old, and a bunch of boys got together, and we rode over to Clemson and got to Clemson Memorial Stadium. It wasn't Death Valley. It's never been Death Valley.
That's right. That's in Baton Rouge.
That's Baton Rouge, and we went in and paid our $5 and went in and sat down and watched Georgia beat them. And got back in the car and went home back to Jefferson. Thought we was something else,
Oh, yes, sir. That's good stuff. That's back when people knew what this rivalry meant. And Mr. Joe, that's what I've tried to explain in all the episodes that we've had since last year ended was about how excited I am about this game because this rivalry means something. This rivalry means something, and people, I think a lot of the Georgia fan base and even the Clemson fan base doesn't realize the younger generation that this is a big rivalry game right here. This is on up there with Florida, with Auburn, with Tennessee, with the rivals that we have that we play annually, and I wish that's something that people would rally around and get excited about and develop that feeling for Clemson like you have for Auburn, Florida, Tech, Tennessee, of the likes.
Well, I tell you what, I hate Auburn badly, and I hate Florida badly, and I hate Clemson badly. So
yes, sir. That's right. I mean, it's like Louis Grizzard said. Louis Grizzard said this: Auburn is Clemson with a lake.
Yeah. Well, there's one common denominator, Mr. Joe.
Clemson is Auburn with a lake. That's what it is.
There's one common denominator about
that's what he said. Yeah.
There's one common denominator about all the teams you just mentioned: Clemson, Auburn, I think Florida or Tennessee. All wear orange.
That's right.
And we hate the color orange.
That's right.
We've said it many of times. We don't own orange. I literally have nothing in my closet that is the color orange.
I don't either. I don't either.
I don't have any orange, period. So.
Yeah.
No, that's
We're
right.
not allowed in my household.
That's right. That's right.
Well,
That's
Mr.
right.
Joe, how do you feel about the game tomorrow? Any breakout players? Any score prediction you got for us?
Well, I tell you what, I think. Dominiqu's gonna have a great game. Dom, love it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And I'm gonna tell you my halftime score, guys.
What's the halftime score going to be then, Mr. Joe?
14-3.
14-3, Georgia.
Dogs.
All right, I love it. I love it.
And we come out in the second half and we duplicate that again. We score 14 more and they get 3.
So you're not calling even Clemson scoring a touchdown then?
Clemson does not cross the goal line.
Oh, man.
The freshman kicker gets to get 2 field goals.
2 field goals. Hey, there we go. There we go. I like it.
Inside the 20. And they get down inside the 20 and Dogs shut them down and they just have to keep field goals. So.
Love it.
Well, Mr. Joe, what's your plans for tomorrow?
Well, I'm going to sit and watch the game on TV and have a little tailgate party here at the house. And so
there you go. There you go.
I'm only 74 years old. You guys remind me of when I was young.
That's the thing. We're going to enjoy it as long as we can. It's a blessing to see another college football season come back, and especially one where Georgia's so highly touted and the number 1 team in the nation coming in. I mean, you got to pinch yourself just thinking where Georgia football is right now. I mean, shoot, we were excited, and Mr. Joe, you were too, because you've watched Georgia football for so long, more years than me and Clark have. And we were excited about Georgia football when this team wasn't a national championship contender, but now you're coming where every year you're a national championship contender. And what a blessing it is, man. And it's you got to pinch yourself to even just believe just how surreal it is. So,
well, we're living in the good old days, boy. I can tell you that.
And that's right. That's right.
Sure.
That's right. So shoot. Yeah, Mr. Joe.
Well, we're going to take some more calls, Mr. Joe, but hey, we greatly appreciate it. And hey, I wouldn't put it past Mr. Joe from Jefferson to call
again later in the show when we really get it ramped up. But great job of starting out the 2024 Row 60 call-in season. One of our favorites. We love you, Mr. Joe from Jefferson.
All right. Thank you, guys. I love y'all too.
Yes,
Go
sir.
Dogs.
Go Dogs. Woo, man. Joe from
What
Jefferson.
a great start to 2024.
See a lot of football. 74 years old, Clark. How about that?
Yeah.
Love it. Love it.
So I'm asking the people, who is y'all's, excuse my grammar here, who is y'all's breakout player for 2024, specifically tomorrow?
I had an epiphany today.
Tell us about it.
I had an epiphany today about who is going to be kind of the breakout player, and I'm trying to remember who.
Well, Adam, it doesn't seem like much of an epiphany.
No. Dalen Everett.
Really?
Dalen Everett.
Oh, I hope so.
Dalen Everett. Yes, will be a guy that you won't believe where he came from last year to this year. The jump.
Yeah.
That
number one cornerback role.
I guarantee you, if you were to ask Kirby, though,
woo, man,
Kirby would say he didn't play that bad last year.
No.
It's just us fans.
Yeah. But I mean, just from it'll catch the eye. You know, how dominant he will be. I was watching some film.
Were you?
One time
Did you
back,
get
yeah.
the game film,
Yeah.
or you're
No,
watching YouTube
just some YouTube.
Okay.
You know, that's like, Dalen Everett. That's the
Yeah.
guy now. That's the guy. That's the next one in a long lineage of successful Georgia cornerbacks.
Yeah.
Man.
Dagan McCollum says Oscar Delp. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, he's got big shoes to fill, but I definitely think he's athletic enough.
Yeah, I
and
agree.
speedy enough to take care of business there.
That's right.
Blake Newman says Delp scores twice. Ooh,
Oh man,
that's fun.
you got somebody on the line?
Yeah, we got one person on the line. Hold up just a second
Okay.
for us here, and then let me read through a couple more comments. Go Dogs from Chapel Hill. Ben Evanson, shout out to him.
Shout out
Row
to Ben
60
Evanson.
patron.
Love it.
What's
Love
up with the noon kickoff though? Yeah.
Yeah.
We got our thoughts on that. We'll take one more comment here. It needs to be Kristen. I think it's Kristen Miller on the D line. Yeah.
I agree with that. That's a great call, TJ. I mean, that's something that, when Christian Miller came into the game last year, you saw a difference, man. And I think he's going to be one of those guys that's going to be very noticeable when he's in that interior defensive line right there, and really what he'll do. Hopefully he's a guy that really needs to stay healthy.
Yeah, for sure. All right, we got another caller on the line.
All right.
Welcome, row 60. Who we got?
Oh, this is Dagan.
Dagan. There he is. What's up, man?
Nothing much.
I hear you. Dagan, what you got for us?
Tomorrow, I think the
What's that now?
Dogs will go. I think they really go come out and score a bunch of points, and I think the score's going to be 45-17.
45-17. I like it. I'll take that. I'll take that all day. All day at 45-17.
Yeah, Georgia's favored by 13.5. So I mean, if that stands true, there are going to be a lot of people winning a lot of money if they put it on the Dogs to cover that spread. So
Yep.
dang, that's a big time score. So with that kind of score, we got to score a bunch of touchdowns. Who you got tomorrow in terms of offensive breakout players?
I think Oscar Delp, I don't know if he'll be as good as Bowers, but I think it'll be a good game for him to show where he can be the next really good tight end for Georgia.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. I think Oscar Delp,
I
man,
think-
is going to be very solid. I think he's going to be very solid. A lot of buzz coming out of fall camp from him.
Mhm.
And I think he's going to be very good in the blocking part when he puts his hand in the dirt.
Yeah. Well, it's not just him either, Dagan. It's Lawson Lucky right behind him. Adam and I were both at Georgia scrimmages past month or so, but we both saw Lawson Lucky out there getting a lot of snaps too.
That's right.
So,
And I think it's going to be very, very good. Very good.
And on defense, a guy I didn't really know that much about until I went to the Ole Miss game. I think Julian Humphrey's going to do real good tomorrow.
Yeah, it'll be very interesting to see, Dagan, who, I just talked about Dalen Everett. He's kind of secured that number one cornerback role. And who's going to line up opposite side of him? It seems like just from reports, you've seen a lot of Humphrey now running with the ones, but then you got Daniel Harris, who just, is a freak.
Yeah.
Daniel Harris at cornerback, man, his body looks like an avatar.
Yeah, it really does.
It's like an avatar.
and
He's just long and lanky. Just
you can't forget about Ellis Robinson either.
Oh, yeah. A true freshman, a guy who's just going to be an absolute freak and a stud. And that's one thing we've learned is I don't care if I've never heard of the people that are going to be in the secondary for the University of Georgia. As long as Kirby Paul Smart is in Athens, Georgia, the secondary, the safeties, the star, and the cornerbacks are a position you're never going to have to worry about in Athens.
That's true.
Period. As long as Kirby Smart's in Athens, you're never going to have to worry about the secondary.
Except 2016.
Well, that was,
Jawan Briscoe.
once he started recruiting some guys then. So,
yeah, that's true.
that's something we're not concerned about. But I agree on Dagan. That's Julian Humphrey's a guy that obviously that Georgia staff wanted to keep because he was going to go to Texas A&M is what it sounded like. That A&M was going to pay him some money to come, and Will Muschamp actually had to go visit him, like do a second recruiting pitch to him to keep him because that's the world of college football we live in today. Yeah. And he came back. So, hopefully, and there's no better people here, coaches in America, I feel like, than Kirby Smart and Will Muschamp to evaluate a DB. Yeah. And so I think he's going to be big. I like that call. That's a good call, Doug.
Now I'm starting out 2-1 on my pick.
There you go. There you go. What's your picks tomorrow? What do you got? Who do you got? Who do you got? You got any big upsets tomorrow or anything surprising?
Tonight I got TCU beating Stanford by a touchdown.
Okay. TCU beating Stanford.
And then Penn State 27-17.
Okay.
Yeah. There you go.
Morgantown's going to be tough, though.
It will be. It will be tough. And
They'll
James
keep
Franklin's James Franklin.
Yeah.
James Franklin.
He's always going to lay one, but he wins the games he's supposed to. But he's always going to lay one he's not supposed to.
Yeah,
but then he's going to lose the games that are against the Ohio States, Michigans, and now Oregons of the world,
right?
In the Big Ten.
Yeah.
But
I got A&M winning by a field goal tomorrow night.
A&M winning by a field goal tomorrow night. That's going to be tough. That's going to be real tough.
And LSU by 2 touchdowns on Sunday night.
At LSU by 2 touchdowns. Yeah, I can see that. I can see. I don't know what to expect, man. And I've talked to Clark about this. I've said on the podcast this year, college football. I really have no idea what to expect with just the new playoff format, the conferences being realigned, and everything. I'm excited to see what LSU's going to have. That's a team we really hadn't talked about. And Brian Kelly's 3rd year now. And Garrett Nussmeier, Georgia fans familiar with him. What he did the second half of the SEC championship game when he came in 2022. And he's a guy that's very well capable of taking over for the Heisman Trophy winner, Jaden Daniels, and having some production in the LSU offensive room. And then they got a new defensive coordinator there, and their defense improves just a bit. Brian Kelly's always going to have a solid offense. So I think that's going to be something that's going to be interesting to keep an eye on what LSU is going to do this year. And yeah, good test about another team that who knows what they're going to be with Caleb Williams leaving and Lincoln Riley kind of under heat and the honeymoon being over in Los Angeles. Clark.
For sure.
I don't know.
There were some Clemson fans that go with confident, but there was one who was saying that he's not even going to watch the game tomorrow if he thinks that Georgia's going to beat them pretty bad.
Good.
Oh,
yeah. He knows what's coming. He knows what's coming down the track.
Oh, yeah.
The mean machine in red and black.
It's a different talk from 3 years ago pregame from what they had when they were ranked in the top 5 as well. I think they were number 3 and Georgia was number 5. So, I mean, hey, I don't know. I don't like it. I really wish that there was more kind of Clemson hype. But then there's some of them that kind of got a quiet confidence, Clark, of some of the word that's coming out of Clemson, South Carolina is they're confident in some areas, man.
Right.
I feel like Clemson, Daanan, is going to be very solid on the defensive line. They have been for a while, maybe not as good as they used to be, but solid on the defensive line, but the depth not there.
Right.
And that's something that I think Georgia fans should feel like if we're struggling to move the football a little bit more than, when everybody's talking about that this offense is going to be in the first quarter and the first half, don't hit the panic button yet, because I think Georgia's depth and Georgia's offensive line will eventually wear out Clemson's defensive line, and the second half is going to be some points scored.
Yeah. I was going to mention 2 quick things so I can get some more calls in.
All right, Daanan, what you got?
Well, that same one had on a Clemson hoodie today, and he said I should wear it. I said, I ain't wearing no orange.
That's right. That's right. No orange. No orange.
None.
And I watched the last episode was today about the Clemson preview. Clark was saying about Hawaii, that game last week. There were 642 other people, and I was one of them.
We're watching it late night up till 3:30 a.m. That's good stuff.
I'm telling you, folks, you got to watch a Hawaii college football game at 12 o'clock midnight. It just does not get much better than that.
That's right.
The comments in the YouTube chat were just unbelievably funny.
Yeah.
But that's awesome, Daanan.
Yeah.
Well, Daanan, we're gonna take some more callers, man. Hey, appreciate you calling in. And hey, you're in the Pick'em League, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
I'd like to be on. I'm hoping I can win. So
yeah,
there you go.
Yeah,
there you go, Daanan.
Good stuff.
Well, shoot, yeah, we appreciate it, man. We're gonna take some more calls. Go Dogs.
Go Dogs.
Woo, man.
Old Dagan.
Oh, yeah. It's
Franklin
exciting.
County boy.
Oh, we got another one coming in.
Coming in hot.
Woo! Let's go.
Welcome, row 60. Who we got?
It was Keaton Thomas.
Keaton Thomas, what is going on, brother? How you doing this lovely Friday night?
Doing good. How about you?
Oh, doing good, man. Just fired up. As you can tell, I know you are too, man. And it's something that tomorrow at noon just can't get here fast enough.
Oh, you got that right, shoot. I've been waiting for this day for a long time.
That's right, brother. That's
Us
right.
too.
Well, it's finally here. We've made it. College football is back. Most importantly, Georgia football is back. So how you feeling about tomorrow, man?
I'm feeling good. You know, I keep hearing people talking about how, like, Clemson, you know, it's like they're going to keep it close. And people saying, oh, it's not going to be as much of a blowout as, you know, what people are saying it's going to be and whatnot. But I'm like, you know what? Kirby Smart knows what he's doing.
That's
right.
right.
We got the talent. I like to believe that we're going to be able to take it to him. You know, I'm always optimistic. That's how I am as a Georgia fan. I like to come in and think we can beat everybody that was put in front of us.
Right.
And I like to think that we'll blow the doors off of them, Lord willing. But at the same time, we can't look past Clemson because, hey, Dabo Swinney, he ain't no dummy.
That's
But
right.
at the same time, he is a big whiner. So,
Yeah, that's right. He is a big whiner, but he does have a solid program, man. As much as I despise them, you're exactly right. I mean, that's the thing about it is this – when you look at the top five, well, I'm going to say talented rosters in the country, Clemson is a top five talented roster in the country. I think they're number 5. They have the 5th most talented roster in the country. So, I mean, the talent is there. They have guys, man, and they have for a long time now. And that's what's kind of just nerve-wracking is it's a little bit unknown. But, I mean, if you look at where they finished statistically the past few years as far as total team offense and stuff, and even their defense taking a step back after Venables has left, still solid, but taking some steps back. But on offense, from the Trevor Lawrence, Deshaun Watson days, they've just plummeted, man.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, Clark and Keaton. I mean, what's Garrett Riley's second year and Cade Klubnik's second year going to look like? What's the jump going to be there? I think that's something that we don't know yet, and it's something I think we'll find out early, that if Clemson's offensive line hasn't improved any, it's going to be a long day for Cade Klubnik.
Yeah, well, just to tag what you just said there, 60th last year in passing offense, 42nd in rushing offense. I mean, that's not the Clemson team of the 2015 to 2019 years. They're not the same. And I think like you said, Adam, a lot of it has to do with their offensive line play, but this is year 2 for both Garrett Riley or Lincoln Garrett. Yeah. Garrett Riley.
That's right. You got the right
Lincoln Riley and Cade Klubnik. And they also return apparently a veteran offensive line, which, you know, if you can't block, you can't block. And it's not like you're going up against some scrubs. You're going up against one of the best front seven, if not the best front seven in the nation. So, because
we found out Florida State is very well not.
Yeah.
So, anyway, I'm sorry, Keaton. You go ahead.
No, you're good. I mean, there's a reason why they're, during the ACC title game just about every year, besides Florida State last year. I mean,
right.
As far as their defensive front, they've known for having great defenses, and having especially big boys up front who can play. Now that may not be in question. Now, quarterback-wise, we don't know who's going to step up for them. They don't have a DJ Ungula.
Uyunglele. Adam, it took a lot of practice, Keaton. 3 years ago, it took a lot of practice, but that's it.
Yeah, like they don't have him because, we went to Florida State and we saw what happened last week. Tech, oh my God, that was a whole nother thing. I didn't think Georgia Tech was going to win that, but sure enough, they did. Good for them, whatever. We'll see them down the line.
Right.
I can't wait to crush the crap out of them because I cannot stand them. But anyway, back to Clemson. As far as, them goes, they don't have a Trevor Lawrence, back when they used to have them. So that's kind of the question. I hope Carson Beck goes off tomorrow. I hope he does, and I hope the guys at running back step up. If we don't have a Trevor Etienne, okay, then who's next man up?
That's
who
right.
we got?
That's right.
When it comes to Brock, we don't have a Brock. We don't have Ladd no more. I want to see who can step up at receiver. Oscar Delp, he's done a great job. I want to see what he can do. Defense-wise, Malachi Starks, I mean, heck, these guys know what they're doing, and I hope Coach Kirby Smart has got these fired up. And I tell you, when it comes to watching him do his pregame speeches, I hope something gets leaked tomorrow where we can hear it. We get all fired up and go after it.
That's right.
You know what I mean? So it's going to be a fun time. I mean, shoot, this is my first ever Georgia Clemson game.
Oh, really?
And you're going tomorrow, right,
yeah.
Keaton?
Awesome.
So
man.
I will be going tomorrow. Me and my wife will be going
Good deal. Good
tomorrow.
deal, bro.
Now, didn't you
So
say?
hopefully, Lord willing, I might be able to come by and see y'all.
Hey,
Yeah,
come on. Section 328, row 10. We'll be there.
Hey, listen,
Heck
you
yeah.
you said the last time you were in the Benz was 2018 versus Alabama national championship. Is that right? Or SEC championship?
Yeah. So
Oh,
long story short, I didn't know I was going that game until the day of.
Yeah.
And I got surprised by tickets with my father, my mom, my dad, my sister. We all went. I always say this about that game. It is the best/worst game I've ever been to in my entire life.
yeah.
Man.
Because game day, yeah, great. I got to hold the Heisman Trophy, do all that stuff, take a virtual picture with Herschel Walker in the car.
There you go.
That fun stuff. But let me tell you what, when nothing makes me more sick to my stomach than hearing Sweet Home Alabama playing with confetti falling down your face and you swatting it out of the way saying, don't touch me, I don't want to touch that crap.
Right.
Because I don't want to see no crimson on me. I hate that junk.
Right.
And I
That's
know
right.
you ain't playing them still later on.
That's
But
right.
I tell you what, though, I cannot wait.
That's right.
Oh, I cannot wait to get a hold of them because I can't stand them. I can't stand Clemson. I can't stand them one wearing crimson or orange or Florida blue or whatever. Like I'm ready to go.
Yes,
I'm
sir.
ready
We
to
hear
go.
you.
That's
I
right,
love
brother. That's right, man. I can't wait. I'm glad y'all gonna be there. Hey, you gotta drink some honey tonight. Get your throat rested real well. Get everything ready to go because we're gonna have you loud and rowdy. I hope we outnumber them tomorrow in the Benz, and I hope we're a whole lot louder the whole day from the beginning of the game, pre-kickoff to the very end. They're going to know that this Georgia fan base has exploded, man. Georgia fans are not what they used to be anymore in the Kirby Smart era as far as just rowdiness.
What does that
the
mean?
Sanford Stadium environment. The environment now Georgia fans created. You used to not think this, and it used to tick me off because I've been wanting to see Georgia get to this level, but I guess this is what winning does, is the wine and cheese crowd that we preach against is kind of, you're not seeing that as much anymore. You're seeing the rowdiness that at Sanford Stadium being an intimidating place to play, and a lot of people don't realize that. I heard a good quote about this, actually. It's like that you have your Uncle Charlie at the family reunion if he's lost 100 pounds last year, but you didn't go to the family reunion last year, and to see him, you still think Uncle Charlie's obese, right? You still think he hadn't lost that 100 pounds. If you hadn't been to Sanford Stadium in a few years, you still think Sanford Stadium and Georgia fans are like that. So,
interesting.
I love it, man. Hey, your passion and enthusiasm, I love it. Keep it going because we all need some of it every day of our lives. Let me tell you that right now.
That's
Yes,
right,
sir.
Keaton. That's right,
We
bro.
all need it.
Well, hey, Keaton, we appreciate. Hey, right quick before we let you go, what's your score prediction for tomorrow?
Oh gosh, usually I'm not good with predictions because I like just to let them speak for themselves.
That's right.
But if I'm going to, let's see, I'd say 34 to maybe 28, maybe 24.
All right,
a little
close, but I can see it. I can see it.
34-24. How about that?
There you go. I like it. Yeah, I think that's a very realistic score prediction. It's something that can happen. I mean, we hope. We just want to win. We just want to win tomorrow, beat Clemson. So
yeah,
I agree with that, Keaton. Man, have fun and come see us, man.
Hey, I appreciate y'all having me come on. Hey, God bless y'all for what you're doing. I appreciate all y'all. Keep it going because, hey, y'all deserve all the blessings in the world for what y'all doing for Georgia Bulldogs and Bulldog Nation. We love y'all. Go Dogs.
Go Dogs.
Let's get after it tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
Thank
Come
you.
see us, Keaton. We appreciate you, man. Thanks for tuning in and listening and fellowshipping with us. That's
Love
awesome.
that.
Great call, man.
Hey, Keaton.
Everybody getting juice.
Keaton is a newfound Row 60 patron.
A new
Did you know that?
patron. Awesome,
Yeah.
man. Congratulations.
So-
Welcome to the family, Keaton. Love it, man.
We have a great time with our Row 60 patrons. And this guy, I think, may be one of the bigger ones. He got on board like real quick. We're just going to keep rolling with some calls here. I know this guy. I mean, you know this guy.
I know this guy.
This guy was sitting in my seat
He was,
just a month ago.
That's right.
He's got a picture to prove it. And it's an epic picture. But yeah. All right. Go ahead.
Hello.
Cheers. Hello.
We gave that monstrous introduction.
Oh, wait. Sorry. All right.
No,
now go ahead.
Go ahead.
Hey, am I there? Am I there?
You're there. Go ahead. Give it to us. What's your name?
All right, give it a big old boom.
Boom. Woo, baby.
Jim Wilcox here, calling from Florida.
Jim Wilcox.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
The man, the myth,
That
the
is
legend.
him.
And this is becoming a really bad
scheduling problem. I'm at work again tonight.
Again. But we got to have you there protecting the people and protecting the community, man. So it's got to be. It's got to be. So
like I've always said, if somebody's got to do it, I'd rather it be me.
There you go. There you go. Well, we're glad to have you out there. Give it to us.
Something real quick. I know I was up there just a few weeks ago visiting family and got to come see you guys and have breakfast, and what a great time that was.
Yes, sir.
We appreciate all the camaraderie and just friendship we developed over the years.
Yes, sir.
But there is nothing more in the world. Now listen to me, people. There are 52 people watching. Pay attention. There is nothing more in the world that will get you amped up for Georgia football season than hearing Callie Ann give her go dogs.
Callie.
Well, she's being rowdy tonight. If you've heard her in the background, my daughter has definitely got my DNA and genetics where she is rowdy and wild all the time. And always. So
Come here.
Let's see. Come here.
Speaking of, come here.
That is the most gorgeous thing I've ever heard.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Come here. Come here.
Ooh, here we go.
Callie.
Oh, sorry. This is Callie, Adam's child.
That's right.
There's no room on
Clark's
Adam's
getting
side
some
of it.
experience, some practice coming in.
Can you
Callie,
say go dogs?
Can you tell them go dogs?
Go dogs.
Woof, woof,
Say it
woof,
one more
woof.
time. Say it.
Woof, woof,
Say
woof,
go
woof,
dogs.
woof.
Go
Go
dogs.
dogs,
Say-
Callie. Go dogs. Go dogs. Woof, woof. There it is.
Awesome. Great
That's
job.
it. That's it. That's it. That's it.
About drop Callie.
Oh,
there.
that would have been good. You got to hold it high and tight.
Yeah.
Remember when you're holding a child high and tight, 5 points of contact, Clark.
Yeah.
Remember that. Remember that going
Oh,
forward
my
when you have a
gosh.
newborn.
Well, yeah, you got that newborn on the way. That's good practice.
Yeah. That's
That is
it.
good practice. So, yeah, it's awesome. Yeah, what a blessing kids are most of the time. Anyway.
That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right.
So, yeah, I'll be at home tomorrow. I got nothing on the schedule.
Good.
We're going to be on the couch, getting
Good.
it loud. Hopefully the neighbors don't call the cops again because I've warned them it's football season.
That's right. That's right. It is. It's football season, and people just got to understand it. People who don't understand, and
Sorry.
God bless them, man.
Yeah.
Who knows?
You know, we are less than 16 hours away.
That we are.
Mm.
That we are.
Yep, and you know what we discussed during breakfast. Just so amped about the season because I honestly believe we're on the precipice of watching the best college football team that has ever existed in the history of college
Oh,
football.
you think so?
Will be the Georgia Bulldogs this year.
The 2024 rendition of Georgia football is going to be the best to ever tee it up.
Yeah, they are coming out tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
My score prediction will be 44-13.
Ooh,
I love it. Love it.
Now, just like, well, I know Mr. Joe, what a great way to start the show with Mr. Joe.
Yes, sir.
But he said they will not cross the goal line. I think that they will have the opportunity late in the fourth quarter when we're playing fourth string offense on them, defense.
Hey, I love it. I'll take it. I'll
But,
take it. I'll take it.
Yeah, and I know a lot of good feelings out there about our breakout players. I think for defense is going to be our man CJ Allen this year.
Yeah.
And offense, I just got a feeling about Cash Jones.
Cash Jones. Cash
He's going to
Jones.
be he's going to be that sleeper deep wide receiver like they played James Cook a few times. He's just going to sneak out there and nobody's going to be pay attention to him.
Yeah.
They're going to toss him that ball, and he's quick, and he's going to get quite a few touchdowns this year.
You know,
Quite a few.
Cash Jones is somebody that you need to look out for tomorrow, Mr. Jim. You know, I mean, I think it's safe to say now Trevor Etienne will not be playing. Obviously, I don't know that. I'm not inside the building, but I feel like it's gone back and forth so much here lately. It feels to me that this wasn't Kirby's call, but rather the University of Georgia administration just told Kirby, hey, he's not playing. We're sitting in one game. That's how I feel like it happened. It might not have happened that way, but all signs are pointing that ETN will not be playing tomorrow. And obviously, Roger Robertson had surgery this past week, so he will not be available. So you're leaning on Branson Robinson, who was a true freshman 2 years ago, the last time he played football, because he tore his ACL during camp last year. And then the highly touted Nate Frazier, who has not nobody's talked about a running back like Nate Frazier since, I don't know, Todd Gurley. Sony Michelle, maybe.
I'd say Sony or
and I mean
Beck,
Chubb. I mean, obviously when Chubb broke out, he broke out.
He did.
But as far as just hype in camp, so Cash Jones is probably one of your guys that's had the most touches, honestly, Clark, experience in college football.
I mean, of what you got right now.
Of what you got right now with ETN and Rod Robinson not being able to go, and then even Branson Robinson, who knows if 100% completely looked good in practice, and all reports indicating, he's cutting well. So I like that, Mr. Jim. I like Cash Jones. That's the name that we need to be thinking about, because I think he'll get some touches tomorrow.
Yep. I know it. It's going to be good. The depth is amazing. The talent is there. And my reason for hating Clemson is they are sign-stealing crybabies.
That's right.
Why I don't like them.
They cheat. They've cheated they've cheated. Danny Ford, cheater. Danny Ford's a cheater.
Yeah.
Adam, do you read this on like Wikipedia? Like,
I
where'd you
just
get this
know
information?
history. I mean, how did Clemson, South Carolina become a just dominant force in 81 out of nowhere? All right, you say, well, how Georgia win 1980? Easy, Herschel Walker.
Yeah.
Clemson didn't have no Herschel Walker in 1981. Going forward and then through the 80s when they kind of had that little peak right there. I think they cheated. It's probation time again, y'all. Ipte.
Oh my gosh.
Dang right. That's what I'm saying then. I can't stand them.
All right, boys. Well, I'm gonna get off here. I got some fire reports to finish, and
There you go.
let's go listen to the radio. I just wanted to call and just say, love you guys. Look forward to tomorrow. It'll be great. Looking forward to this great season, the future broadcasts, and congratulations to all the growth and popularity that you're getting. It's well deserved to a couple of the salt of the earth gentlemen that are on the earth that I call my friends.
Well, appreciate that, brother. Mr. Jim, we love you to death.
Yep.
Can't wait to see you again.
Oh,
We'll
yeah.
be in touch. Another fun-filled season is here. Thank you for calling in. Get rowdy tomorrow. Wear that red and black. Go Dogs, baby. Woo!
Legendary call right there from Mr. Jim Wilcox.
Oh,
and we
yes.
got to take this one
Oh,
because
this is our guy.
this guy, God bless him,
calling
has
from
been calling
row 58.
calling from row 58. This man right here has been calling for like 10 straight minutes, I feel like, because he wants to get on air and talk with us, and we want to talk with him. I do want to say right quick before we get to him, if you're calling in, just be patient. We got we got one singular line here until we up our budget and actually get multiple lines. We're just on one. So if your call doesn't go through, just give us a little bit of time. We'll hopefully get to you.
Let's hear from the man.
But let's hear from the man, the myth, the legend. We've got a lot of those on this show.
You dang right.
Go ahead.
Every one of them deserved.
Surprise. Aloha.
Oh, this is it. Go Dogs.
Go Dogs. Go Dogs. Even better is Mrs. Harold.
Yeah.
That's right.
Forget Mr. Harold.
Forget Mr. Russell.
Yeah, Russell.
That's right. This Miss Harold's who we want to talk to. That's right.
Aloha.
Woo!
Aloha.
Loving
Aloha.
those Hawaii football. Been loving those Hawaii football updates.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Clark's going to give them.
Listen, this Hawaii is my newfound, I can't say favorite team, obviously not, but they're my secondary team. I got to pull for my Hawaii Rainbow Warriors. Yeah, just because. Anyway.
If we're just going to pick state destinations that we like and like the culture and everything, then I'm going to become a Montana State
Grizzly.
Bobcat or Montana Grizzly fan.
Okay, fair enough. Oh, Miss Harold, how are y'all doing?
We are good. We are doing really well, and we are so excited. The season is starting. We're excited to be back in Section 108 next week,
ma'am.
hopefully with y'all.
That's right.
And looking forward to it. And I will give you over to Mr. Harold.
Oh, yes. There we go. Love it. Great introduction. Hope we see you tomorrow, Miss Harold.
Hey, fellas, how are you?
There he is.
What's going on? How we feeling, Mr. Russell?
So I got to tell you, I mean, that was a little, she was like, well, let's switch it up on them a little
Hey,
bit.
I loved it. It caught us off guard.
Your
It caught us
number.
off guard. That's right.
You got, we had you on, the live stream, and like your reaction was like, wait a minute. I think we're confused or something.
That's right. We were. It got us a
Man,
pleasant
it's good
surprise. Woo.
Yeah. Well, if she said it, so there's force it shall be. So,
That's right.
So I mean, here we are. I mean, less than 24 hours. My favorite time of year.
Yes, sir.
And it's been a big off season.
Yes,
I mean,
sir.
the biggest off season is Clark's about to come over to the other side,
Yes.
and
Yes.
and where sleep is going to be a precious commodity
That's right.
for a little bit.
Right.
But
You have to reprioritize some
greatest
things a little
thing.
bit.
just nothing better. Nothing
That's right.
better.
Yes,
So we're excited for that, and we are going down in the morning down to Mercedes, and we got a little tradition. Interestingly enough, we've got a great friend.
Yes, sir.
Gosh, we've probably known him 35, 40 years. He played on the '81 Clemson team,
Oh.
so we're buddies.
Yes,
You
sir.
know,
Yes,
so-
sir. That's right.
We go eat some of his good food and maybe have a beverage or two of
Right.
that he provides.
Yes,
And
sir.
and I'm pretty nice about it, but
Cordial. That's
he
right.
knows that I know that he knows.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Understand.
It's just
understand.
kind of unspoken, but we are so excited. I haven't read and listened to everything because there's just information overload.
Oh,
but the
just too
things
much.
that I have read that Kirby has said, he just has said he likes this team, and coming from Coach Kirby, Paul Smart,
Yes, sir.
that's all I needed to know.
That's all
If
you
he
need to
likes
know.
them. They're going to be pretty good.
That's
So,
exactly
And-
right.
And I think a lot of people are concerned, Mr. Harrell, about how Kirby has actually come out to the media. Of course, he's going to say this to the media about how his team isn't prepared yet. We're not ready, and all this, that, and the other. And he said that more like 3 weeks ago, not like last week or today or anything like that. But my point is,
Right.
I would rather
Right.
him be that way, because that's when I know we do have a really good football team. If he's saying that kind of stuff, just deep down, we actually really do have a good team. So I'm not worried about him.
And he's
So
That's right.
No, and I'm just really excited. I mean, we got as good as we've had the past 3 years. I mean, they say the offensive line might be the best they've had, and
Yes,
when
sir.
you start talking about C.J. Allen, looks like another guy that wore number 3 a few
telling
years
you.
ago. That sideline speed, and not afraid to stick his hat in there. So it's just the best time of year, and
Oh, it is. It is. It doesn't get any better.
I can guarantee you, if I get to hear the battle hymn tomorrow, it might get a little dusty in the Mercedes Benz Stadium. I
yes.
might get a little lump in my throat. So
Because
I'm
I'm just
telling
so
you.
thankful to
As I
make it
always
back one more year. Yes,
Yeah.
because it's one more year you get to see it, and we're blessed to see it one more year. And that's what and you enjoy it because you get to see it with your family and friends that you've just grown so close to, like we have over the years. And it's there's nothing else like it. There's nothing else.
And I
like it.
just
nothing
want to
better.
I just
Nothing
want to
better.
know
Nothing
this, Mr. Harrell, before we let you go. I want to know this. So for years, you've been sitting 2 rows in front of row 60 where we sit, right? And you've had season
That's
tickets
right.
there. I guess we just never really ran into each other, but with the podcast, we kind of connected. Is that kind of how it worked?
Well, no, I mean, 4 years ago, our buddy Jack, who sits on row 59,
Yep. That's right.
Between
Jack
us.
was like, Russell, you need to meet these boys. They got themselves a podcast.
That's right.
I was
That's
like,
right.
well,
That's
yeah.
right. That's right. That's right.
Well, we
And
have
it's turned into just the best time.
I know
ever.
it's
Look forward to
so
it every
fun.
Saturday.
True enough, seriously, just to meet everybody and to make these new friendships and connections. It is so cool to see how this has all come together. And you're right. We have kind of have our own little crew, or we call it section 108
Yes.
crew. We're going to
Yes.
officially give it a name one day.
Yes, we do. We do.
But yeah,
That's
y'all are
right.
y'all are our favorite row 58 dogs.
yes.
Um,
Yes. Yes.
yeah.
And we got Jack and Richard and Pam and Janice at row
Oh, yeah.
59, and Mr. Rick Burthalter
Yeah,
up there at row
yeah,
60
yeah.
with us too. I mean, I can't wait. The reunion's coming in a week. We have to hold off one more week
That's
because
right.
we all won't be in Mercedes
That's
Benz
right.
together. But let's meet up tomorrow. Let it say, have a quick go dogs.
Let's do.
All right.
Let's do.
Well,
Let's do.
get with
let's
Clark and let's make that happen. We want to see all y'all hug your
All
neck
right.
and y'all go dogs. Get ready.
Yes, sir. I think we're going to open up 10 to start the season.
Yes,
So
sir.
I'll
I
just
hear
leave
you.
it at that.
10-4, brother.
All right.
10-4.
Good to hear your voice.
Yes, sir. We'll see you tomorrow then,
All right.
Mr. Russell.
See you tomorrow.
Yes, sir. Go
All
Dogs,
right,
baby.
take care.
Go Dogs.
Go Dogs.
I cut him off there because we got another caller. I mean, we're
Yeah,
just
yeah.
rolling.
Keep it
for
rolling,
here.
baby. Keep them pumping. Everybody's fired up for Georgia football coming. Who do we got with us? No.
You got Taylor.
Taylor Fountain. What's
Taylor.
up, man?
What's going on? I'll just come drop it in and give a score prediction.
Love that, Taylor. We want to hear it, man. What do you think? What do you think is going to happen tomorrow?
Well, I think the impact players are going to be Dylan Bell and Branson Robinson. And I think on defense, I think Michael Williams and Malachi Starks will be some key guys. And a win for 45-14, I think, what the final's going to be.
Woo.
Love it.
God,
Love
that's
it. Hey,
math. 31 points.
Taylor,
Jeez Louise.
that's some good
I'll
calls
take
right
that.
there, man. And I mean, you can't go wrong with talking about Malachi Starks and Michael Williams, both in their money year, having a big impact.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, just studs, just freaks. Knew they were freaks when they came in on campus and have been nothing. But I mean, hey, their first ever game, they were true freshmen in the same venue 2 years ago against Oregon.
Dang, that is a good point. Yeah.
So, great call right there. Great call right there. And then offensively, I mean, Dylan Bell, Swiss Army knife, I think the question was posed, could Dylan Bell get some touches in the backfield because we were kind of in a banged up mess this time last year, opening up the season, kind of thin the running back room. I don't think that's going to be the case. I think they've committed to him getting reps and playing at receiver. But, hey, there's some ways you can get him the ball in space, kind of some tunnel screens and whatnot, kind of getting the ball to him, man. I mean, he's a guy that just last year really blossomed and took it up even another level later in the year. And you have a playmaker like that, man. You get him the ball. And I think that's something Clemson secondary is a little banged up, potentially both corners.
Yeah.
Starting corners missing the game.
Well, I think
let him eat.
Dylan Bell is a guy you can line up anywhere, and I wouldn't be shocked if tomorrow he's that running back. I mean, because we kind of have to have him. I don't know.
You
don't know.
He could.
He could. I'm not saying the whole game. I'm not saying he's going to start, but
he might not line up like in the back. But I could see them, bringing them in from the slot or something.
Yeah,
motion stuff. Getting the jet sweep, getting him the ball, and so I mean, he's definitely going to have, I think, a good part of the game plan. I think. I don't know who's going to be our leading receiver tomorrow, but I really feel like with how Clemson's secondary is looking from all reports indicate, now we'll see tomorrow, that our receivers can eat, man, have a good day. I mean, even I think they were thin at the beginning, but I think there's some injury reports out of Clemson, South Carolina that 2 starting corners may be out.
Is that
banged
true?
up?
Banged
Yeah.
up? Wow. I mean, that doesn't help.
Man.
That doesn't
Let
help.
Carson eat, baby.
He's going to pick him apart. God, we got to quit. God, I'm going to be
Love it.
bruised
Love it.
by
Love
the end of this year, Taylor, from as many times as Adam hits me right here on the shoulder. Golly.
Well, I think Kobe Young, he's going to be a top-tier guy for us this year, transfer from Miami.
Yeah, he's a guy that's a big-bodied receiver that you hadn't had a lot of here at the University of Georgia, man, and a guy that you can throw the ball, jump ball scenarios on the goal line, like having that big body, and he's a guy that's been banged up a little bit in camp, Taylor. So I think he's good to go. He is going to play tomorrow, from what I've heard, and I don't know how big of a part he'll be in the game plan right now, but I agree. I think there's going to be some big catches made by him this year. And a guy that we'll be thankful he's in red and black this year. I think that's a good call and somebody we hadn't talked about enough,
Well, I think London Humphreys, he's going to be another guy that's going to get some snaps in.
Yeah. I think he'll be a guy that could be good. I'm sorry, you take this.
Okay.
Look out for him next year this time.
Yeah, I was about to say, I don't know if his time's quite ready. I mean, though he probably would rotate in. And I know he'll probably get in on special teams. He's just too good of an athlete not to have on the field. But yeah, I mean, sure enough, I in garbage time, he'll definitely get snaps. Next year, I'm with Adam here on that. But yeah, that is definitely a name to look out for. I mean, he ran, I think, I don't quote me on this, but something like a 10.5 or 10.9 100-yard meter, or not 100-yard meter. That doesn't make
and
sense.
he's a big guy
meter.
too.
Yeah, he is.
He's a big guy too. He's got some size to him and some length to him.
Yeah, that's a good call there, Taylor.
Yeah. Well, we appreciate it, Taylor.
Well, before I go, I want to give Coach Gaines a shout out.
Give him a shout out.
Neil Gaines. Yep. He's oh man. Now, hey, Taylor, if he gets on to you too much, you let me know and I'll take care of it.
Well, I ain't in his class anymore. I come up to the high school.
Oh, okay. All right.
Go.
Yeah.
There you go, Taylor. That's
Well,
good. Congratulations on making it to the high school, man. That's awesome.
Hey, hold your ground there as a Georgia Bulldogs fan, because that's when you get tested. That's when you get to meet everybody else. And oh man, they're ruthless sometimes in high school. Right. So just stand your ground and
wear your red and black and get loud and rowdy tomorrow, Taylor. We appreciate you, my man.
All right. Thank you.
Go Dogs,
Taylor. Woo, man.
Dang, I cut him off again.
Who we got next? Keep them pumping. Keep them rolling. The phones are ringing off the hook. We're going to have to get multiple lines.
Yeah. All right, go ahead. Can you hear us?
Yeah. Hello.
Who is this?
Uncle Bert.
Uncle Bert.
Uncle Bert from Livonia.
Bert from Livonia.
Good to hear from Uncle Bert tonight. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. I couldn't be better. I was so impressed with Clark putting me in the Franklin County Citizen.
Yes.
We down here just hanging with the family.
Hanging with the family right there, the Franklin County Citizen. Gotta love it.
Uncle Bert, you've called me like 800 times. I've been sitting here. I've got to decline this. Once again, y'all, we only have one line here, but yeah, Uncle Bert is persistent.
I'm gonna buy you another line.
Please.
We've been texting. Nobody's even answering to it.
That's it. We need to do that. We might hire one of our wives as the phone operator to answer the calls and put them on the line. And look at them both. They're looking like, no,
they're both doing nose goes. Like, I'm not doing that.
Well, I will have to agree with y'all that I absolutely hate Clemson.
That's right.
Yeah,
they are horrible.
They are.
Uncle Bert, did you go to any Georgia Clemson games growing up? Do you have any memories of those?
About 1,000. It would be unbelievable. We would, my dad was always, he'd have this big, huge Clemson party in Livonia. Sonny Siler would bring Ugg up there. And at the time, Jimmy Carter was the governor. And they'd come to our house and he'd have all the state patrolmen there and we get escorted over to the game on a big old bus. It was unreal.
Oh, I love it.
Man.
I love it. That's great. That is awesome. That is awesome. And that's what I want people to know about this rivalry, especially in Northeast Georgia, what it's meant and how historic it is.
Yeah. I'm gonna right quick, Uncle Bert, I'm gonna shout you out. And us, I guess. This is pretty cool. We got, if you didn't see this, we were in the paper, the Franklin County Citizen Leader. And yeah. So in this, we talk about
Mr. Charlie Evanson, who wrote
the
article.
Mr. Charlie Evanson, absolutely. Yes. But Uncle Bert, for those who don't know, well, obviously he's my uncle. But anyway, what was it? Tell me about this again. It's your hold up. Growing up, you had a bulldog, which was Ugga 3's mother. Is that right?
Yes, my dog growing up was we called her Georgie Girl. And my dad and Mr. Siler, who the Siler family owns Ugga, they went to law school together. And then we would always breed our dog. We'd take her down to Athens and breed Georgie Girl at the vet school with the current Ugga. And they'd always get to pick up a litter. And finally, they chose the one that was Ugga 3. It was very special. My mom was so happy.
That is awesome. And Ugga 3, for those of y'all in Franklin County or near this area, know the area, was born in Livonia. So that's pretty cool.
That is good. That's good to know. I didn't know.
Grogan Street.
Grogan Street. Baby, you know about Grogan.
Yeah, we know about Grogan Street.
That's awesome.
And now we got all the Gangers are living on Grogan Street.
I know. Right. We got a village of Gaines family people, and really some of Adam's family too is on the same street. So
that's right.
Yeah, it's a small town community for sure. But
well, I appreciate y'all letting us call in, and we're just down here enjoying y'all, and we're just looking forward to seeing everybody, and we're looking forward to seeing Georgia whip that. You know what?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, Mr. Bert. We appreciate it. Thank you.
Yep. Thank you, Bert.
Bam.
Boom. Yes, sir. Go Dogs, baby.
Go Dogs.
love
man.
it.
Uncle Bert is a national treasure. I mean, anytime you get together with Uncle Bert at Christmas or Thanksgiving, you just don't know what you're going to get.
That's good. I love that. I love everybody needs Uncle Bert.
Everybody needs an Uncle Bert. Oh my gosh. Well, this person, I don't know who this is. I don't have their number.
Oh, do we not know who this
but
is?
They have been persistent in calling.
Well, let it be on. Let him on.
David from Buford.
Who?
David from Buford.
David from Buford. What is going on, David? Yes, sir. I love it.
I'm having a great night. I don't know about you, boys.
You know, right? He's bringing the intensity on
David is bringing the juice.
I love it, David. I love it. I love
I
it.
just want to say, I think the Dogs are going to cover tomorrow. I think 13.5 is an easy number.
Right.
I think 14-21 is an easy win tomorrow in Atlanta. It's going to be a home crowd. We're going to whoop some ass.
Yes, sir.
We're going to bring the pain, and we're going to bark all night.
That's right, David. I
You
love
tell him,
this.
David.
I love that. So you're saying go ahead and hammer the points right here. Hammer it.
I'm saying hammer the total.
Hammer
Over, under, we got it. Plus, minus, we got it.
Yes.
Outright, we got it.
Hey, David, let me ask you this. How do you feel about Clemson University? When you hear Clemson Tigers, go ahead.
When I hear Clemson Tigers, all I think about is Dabo slowly falling down the list of quarterbacks and coaches.
That's right.
He can't handle a quarterback. He can't handle his job. He done called out of callers. He said he no more callers on his radio show.
Right.
He cannot handle it. He can't deal with it. He's not ready to handle it.
That's right. And you know what they say? Hey, look, if you can't handle the heat,
get out of the kitchen.
Get out of the kitchen, baby. And tell Dabo.
Get out of the kitchen.
That's
And
right.
Dabo can't deal with it in the recruiting era.
That's right.
In the transfer portal, in
That's
the
right.
NIL, Dabo don't know how to deal with it.
He can't adapt. He can't adapt, David. He can't adapt. He can't adapt. And we're going to see tomorrow how many just circles Kirby Smart now runs around Dabo Swinney and how Georgia has left Clemson the past 3 years.
At least 6 circles are going to be running around Dabo before he knows what happened.
All right. I love that. Quote it right
At
here
least
first.
6.
At least 6
No less than
circles.
6.
No less than 6 circles. And I love that, David, because 6 circles is all we need that's been ran around Dabo by Kirby Smart.
Hey,
Absolutely.
thank y'all. Y'all have a great night. I'm glad to be featured.
Yes,
love
sir.
it, David. Come back again, brother. Appreciate you. God bless. Go Dogs.
I'll try.
Yes,
I'll try
sir.
my best. I've been calling for 10 minutes to get on here.
You got it.
Go Dogs,
Go
baby.
Dogs.
Love you.
Golly. David from Buford, man. That
Hey,
guy.
brought the heat.
Has David ever
I don't
called
remember
in?
David from Buford.
I don't-
That was a good debut. If that was his first call, because he brought the heat.
Do you think that was like some person that has called in just using
I don't
David
know. No, I think that was Dave from Buford.
Dave from
He just
Buford
brought
made a
the heat.
name for himself on this show. Daggum.
Yes.
Oh my
That was
gosh,
good.
he brought
That's
the
what we
juice,
want to
man.
hear. That's-
Oh man, well,
Love
we're going
that.
to keep rolling, y'all. I mean, I'm serious when I say like everybody's trying to call in, which is awesome. We love it. So we're going to try to make some more time for some calls tonight. So who do we got?
This is Trey from Iowa.
There he
Trey.
is. That's that guy. We know who this guy is.
Yeah, he was on an episode with us
That's
not
right.
too
That's
long
right.
ago.
What's going on,
How
Trey?
you fellas doing tonight?
Oh, we doing
Y'all
good,
doing
brother.
good?
Fired up like a kid at Christmas.
Good. Oh, I took the words right out of my mouth. I'm so excited for tomorrow. I can't even stand it. Got everything ready for the grill.
That's
Just
right.
ready to watch Georgia hammer them Tigers.
That's right, brother. That's right. That's right. I'm fired
I'll
up.
keep it. I'll keep it short. I'll keep it short tonight. Then enjoying listening to everybody call in. Just the fire and the fans. It's just got me goosebumps going tonight. So,
That's what it's about.
That's what.
ready for tomorrow.
Yes,
Oh yeah,
sir.
for sure.
Yes,
For sure.
sir.
That's what we're here for, to get y'all fired up and to just bring everybody together when
That's right.
we otherwise probably wouldn't be. I mean,
That's right.
I don't know if there may be some
Fine.
more live stuff like this going on right now on Friday night. I don't think so.
Because
but-
we want to hear from the fans what they're doing tomorrow, how their feelings are. Not what that's our big thing.
Yeah,
Let's know
yeah,
what
yeah.
everybody's doing. So Trey, do you got what's your feel about the game, man?
Oh, I feel good. Maybe missing a running back or got some injuries, but I mean, I just think Dogs will come out on fire tomorrow. I just Carson Beck got something to prove. I think to the nation.
That's right.
It's gonna I'm ready to watch the defense too. A little interested to see how they do, but I think they're going to be just fine.
I do too.
I think, like you said earlier, as long as Kirby's there,
Yep.
I'm ready to watch the defense too. So
That's right.
Yeah,
That's
we
right.
ought to eat. I mean, it's
let
going
the
to.
Dogs eat.
Yeah,
That's
that's it. We've talked about it earlier, but man, this matchup, I think a lot of people are looking at Georgia's offensive line versus their defensive line. I think that's kind of the obvious matchup
Their
here,
offensive
but
line, yeah. Georgia's D-line.
But I think the real matchup is what's going to happen. Georgia's defensive line versus Clemson's offensive line. You know, are we going to step up? Are we going to get pressure on Klubnik? You know, are we going to collapse the pocket or not? So that's a big question mark for us. And you know, I'd like to think we are. Though once again, they return, I think, 4, maybe 5 starters. I might be wrong about that, but I know it's at least 4 guys on the offensive line. So I mean, they've got some veteran leadership there. How big of a factor is that going to play?
That's right.
Are they going to feed Phil Maffa? Are they going to try to spread it out? You know, a lot of questions.
There's nobody behind Maffa
that we know of.
I think you're going to see him try to spread it out a little bit, but I mean, I think kind of maybe towards the end of the first half, into the second half, that's when you really start seeing them kind of push on them guys a little bit. So
that's right.
I think we'll get to him, but I mean, suddenly you just don't ever know with him. He might have to watch him take it off a couple times on us. Hopefully we can keep him from doing that too much on it. So.
Yeah, that's right.
But
that's right.
I'll hang up here and listen to what y'all got to say, and let some other fans get through. But I just wanted to call in and say, go Dogs, and y'all bring it home tomorrow, and we'll be watching.
Yes, sir, Trey. Enjoy watching from Isla. Get rowdy tomorrow. Tell your dad I said, hey, we love you. Go Dogs, brother. Appreciate you.
Go Dogs.
Love old Trey there, man. Trey, for those who don't know, won our Pick'em League last year. He was on an episode with us. If you're not signed up for our Row 60 Pick'em League, you're missing out. We got a beautiful trophy. I don't have a picture of it. But yeah, we'd love to have you. You'll have to check some show notes or go onto Facebook if you haven't yet joined and want to join. But basically, we pick against the spread. We take the top 25 games and SEC games. And yeah, so if you want to join that, go to Facebook, look out for that. There's a link and then a sign-up code and a password. So,
Clark, you're doing a great job. You're doing a great job being
trying.
what do you call it? The mediator.
I don't know
and answering the phone.
I'm trying.
Great job. Is somebody on the line? Or are you gonna?
Yeah, we got somebody on the line right now waiting patiently for us. So I'm getting a little woozy here.
You got to get in mid-season form. We can't have this tomorrow. The team can't
rusty.
be like you.
You know, I hope not.
Getting winded at the half. We're only at halftime. These things go to 8 to 10, and you're getting winded at 9.
10 o'clock, Adam. We're going to 11:30.
Oh, all right. Let's
I don't know about
Look
that.
at my wife. All right.
Yeah.
Get focused.
Okay, all right. Here we go. We're getting focused.
Get focused.
All right, welcome to Row 60. Who we got?
What's up, y'all? You got Star Wars Dog.
Star Wars. What's up, man?
What's going on, brother?
Oh, just sitting here watching y'all drink a little bourbon, getting ready for tomorrow. Got some peanuts falling out.
Just living.
Wow.
Ooh.
Nice.
Oh, man. What an exciting time of year. I seen somebody had said earlier that their children may disagree, but this is more exciting than the night before Christmas. And I 100% agree with that.
Yeah.
Oh, it is.
Especially as you get older.
I mean,
it was one thing when we were 10, but now it's like, man.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things that, my wife might have to rock our daughter to sleep at night, and then she might have to rock me to sleep at night to get me to sleep. I mean, I just don't know what in the world. I just don't know if I'm going to be able to get any sleep tonight.
I'm excited. We had that cold front last week. It's been hot as heck this week, but it finally you're starting to feel a little fall creeping in. Football's finally here. We're excited.
That's right,
man. Got some people coming over too. Gonna be a damn good night.
Yes, sir. Love that, man. That's what it's all about when it boils down to it. Why we love it is the fellowship with friends and family. Talked about it a million times, so that's good. Love to hear that, Star Wars Dog.
Hey, what other games tomorrow will you be watching?
So many. I usually get like 3 screens going. Just depends on what's piquing my interest. I want to be checking on a couple of the teams, but really, ESPN's lineup pretty much all day is the primaries that I'll be tuning into.
Sure, yeah. Good. We got a good one, Notre Dame, A&M tomorrow. Those are 2 fringe playoff teams right there. And I mean, it's great. And I know people are complaining about the 12 o'clock noon kickoff. we have mixed feelings about it. Adam, I don't know if you like it. I don't know if I really love it, but the good thing is, the silver lining is that we do get to watch kind of the primetime games later on. And some would argue like Georgia Clemson is a primetime game, but with this new structure, the deal structure, we're getting a triple header with ESPN. This is kind of their way of saying, hey, let's go start this 2024 season out with a bang and put Georgia Clemson right at the front.
And I feel like ESPN ABC is going to put a appealing noon game on to compete against Fox's big
100%. Yep.
Now
100%.
So that kind of answers it.
Well,
right
and they see the success that Fox has with their big nooner.
Right.
So it just, I'm not the biggest fan of the noon kick, but they also caught me in a time where I'm vulnerable, and I'm just excited to have Georgia back on the TV.
Exactly.
That's right.
I don't really give a hoot what time it is.
Yeah.
You know,
beggars can't be
I don't give a
choosers.
hoot either. I don't either. I do not either.
Yeah.
We just want football. Hey, we can take the dadgum thing up at 7 a.m. if we want to. I'll be there ready to roll.
I don't know how many
Coffee in
people.
hand.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Coffee in hand. We'll be ready to rock and roll, fired up, ready to roll.
I don't know how many other Georgia fans would be there, but you and I would be there. Dang it.
Oh yeah, there'd be a bunch of them there, man. At 7 a.m. I mean, just whenever they want to tee it off, we're gonna tee it up. And we're gonna be ready to go.
Oh man.
But got good feelings about the game tomorrow too. I really think, beginning of the year, there's so many question marks. You got to go on speculation, and I'm not the biggest fan of talking season, but by all accounts, everything is looking good. Injuries aren't as bad as years past, so they're still disheartening. But and I'm not trying to get ahead of my skis here, but I'm kind of calling for the shocker piece. So we had 1, 2, skip a year, and then we got the third. So I think we'll get 3.
Wait, you said the shocker Pete?
No.
The shocker year.
Oh,
yes.
I got you. Okay.
Steven Tyler would be.
Steven Tyler would love that. Yeah. All right. Yeah. We get what you're putting down here. We're picking up what you're putting down.
You smell what I'm stepping in.
Oh
yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, man.
Wow.
And I gotta say, hopefully I see y'all Saturday night. Firing up for my second season of the YouTube shows.
Yes. Tell everybody about that.
After all the games.
Hey, you're a moderator in our YouTube chat, right?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Hey, drop a link.
Drop a link. Yeah, drop a link. Drop a link, man. We'll definitely need to get on there and do that. I love what you do, especially on the late night when you really want some recap and some football right there, and an update on what's happened during the day. Star Wars Dawg's got that late night shift covered.
He does.
So yeah, we definitely need to get on there, but definitely give a shout out to what you got going on, man. Give a link to the people, and check them out, man.
Yeah, I don't know. Sure. I don't know if there's another person that loves Star Wars as much, or Star Wars and Georgia football as much as you do, Star Wars Dawg. I mean, your name is literally Star Wars Dawg. Yeah. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, it's just an unfortunate state of Star Wars recently. It's not something that I even really like to indulge in, but
I see
it is my two severe fandoms. I mean, I can still enjoy all of the old stuff, but no, I'd be honored if anybody's interested after the game. I call it 11 Deep Podcast because we're probably 11 beers deep at that time. Yeah, and have a lot of other fan bases on, and they get to talk about their team too. So
good.
Sounds like a good time.
Yeah.
No, that's awesome, man. I love hearing that. And that's something unique, and that would be very fun to hear about the spectrum and the layout of everybody across the footprint of the SEC and the nation and what their fans are feeling. So y'all definitely check out Star Wars Dawg. Love them, man. And cannot wait to be talking with you all year, Star Wars, and hopping on your show, and it's gonna be good.
Be good.
Yeah. And I'm looking forward to meeting up with y'all again at Fanfare. When we end up going to the SEC championship.
Yes, sir. I hear that. We did it last year.
You got it.
Unfortunately, it didn't turn out the way we wanted to, but we got to see each other and meet each other. That was fun. So
that's right. So,
but hey, we're gonna take a few more calls. Say a few more, probably a lot more. But hey, keep the chat going here,
Keep it
Star
going,
Wars.
Star
We're
Wars.
seeing you. The work
Yeah.
you're doing.
Plug
It's
in your
good, man. We
stuff.
appreciate
you, brother. You're the man.
Oh yeah, man. I'll be hanging around.
Appreciate you, Star Wars. Go Dogs,
All right,
baby.
go Dogs, man.
All right, boy. Yes, sir. Go Dogs.
Go Dogs.
Love Star Wars Dog. Uncle Lou in the chat. Uncle Lou, we've been watching your stuff for years, or at least I have. Do you know Uncle Lou?
Yep.
You know Uncle Lou.
Yeah.
Uncle Lou.
Yep,
Uncle
yep,
Lou
yep,
needs to
yep.
give us a call,
That's
man.
right,
If
that's
he's
right.
still listening, give us a call.
Yeah.
I would love
we
to
need to hear
hear
from Uncle Lou, man.
Lou. Let's see
Big
who
good
we got.
stuff.
We're getting another call here. Oh my gosh. All right, here we go. Welcome to Row 60. Who we got?
Hey, this is Rod Dog, California.
Whoa, there's that guy right there.
All
from
the way
California.
from California.
From California. Shoot, yeah.
Boom.
Boom. Woo.
Isn't it
Hey,
amazing?
look. I know. Mr. Rod, what do you have on the smoker tonight or the grill?
Hey, tonight we're laying low. We're laying low this morning. Tonight it's tomorrow.
There you go.
Tomorrow morning, I got to get up at 5 tomorrow to start the tailgate.
Right.
5 o'clock. I start the biscuits and gravy.
That's
we got
right.
to be eating by 8 so we can watch the game at 9.
That's right.
All right. We got cheesy grits coming. We got chicken and biscuit coming. We got it going.
That's
now,
right.
dude, you got me sidetracked. I had a list and now I'm sidetracked. So,
Oh, my bad.
what game am I going to watch after the Georgia game tomorrow? I'm going to watch the repeat of Georgia kicking Clemson's ass.
Yes,
and
sir.
in the evening, I'm going to watch the Georgia kicking Clemson.
There you
So,
go.
sorry,
There you go.
sorry.
That's the triple header then tomorrow. It's 3 Georgia just putting a complete beat down on Clemson.
And there is nothing better than watching Clark hit the button when people are calling, and then you got to hang up. That was me a bunch of times. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Well, we don't have a hold line. Like it could be on hold and you get the beep or you get elevator music or something. We need to incorporate that.
Okay. Thank you.
And we need to do that. So, I forgot. Mr. Rod, hey, toe meets leather for Mr. Rod at 9 a.m. tomorrow morning.
Golly. You're talking about an early morning.
I will be sending pictures. I'll be sending pictures.
Please do. In the
do.
Row 60 chat.
Real quick.
Yes, sir.
Three quick things. Adam,
Yes, sir.
have you got your social media account yet?
I am working on getting that going. I did get one just for Row 60 purposes and
Hold
just
up,
for
hold
the
up.
Row 60 family.
Okay.
Just for the Row 60 patrons.
Sure, yes, for the Row 60 patrons
That's
and where I could get on the chat there. But I have for 5 days tried to get in the chat, and I have no idea how to get in the chat.
Yeah.
That's right.
We're-
We're having some
technology.
technological difficulties. Probably after this, I'm going to get with Clark to kind of walk me through it. I've tried to do it via text message and everything with Clark, but I have no idea how to enter the chat.
We'll get it figured out.
But we're going to get on there because I got to talk to my people.
One more. Ready?
Yes, sir.
So, Adam, you have all the details.
Yes, sir.
Has Kirby ever lost an opening day game?
As the University of Georgia head coach, no, sir, he is not. He has not lost a opening day game. That's right.
And he is not going to lose another one.
That's right.
This
Yes,
is an
sir.
absolute
That's right.
lock.
The thing is,
Absolute lock.
when you give Kirby Smart, Nick Saban, that type of program weeks to prepare for a football game, they don't lose.
Yeah.
They don't lose.
You're right.
They don't lose. And
You're 100% right.
that's right.
It's like week 3 or week 4 for Kirby on week 1.
Right.
Everybody else is on week 1.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. And that's a good point, Mr. Rod. And something, I want to talk about and we haven't touched on, but you're exactly right. I mean, Kirby Smart doesn't lose opening day.
He really doesn't hardly lose at all.
Lose it all.
But, but
Right.
opening day, like, yeah, good luck.
Yeah.
That's
right.
And I'm not, look, and I think we're probably portraying we're going to go absolutely kick Clemson's teeth in. And as much as we want that both to happen, all of us
That's right.
we all want that to happen. But Clemson's got a good football team, and that pains me to say, but they really do. And it's one thing to prepare a team, but what makes me so confident about Kirby is that most of his teams that are prepared also execute very well. And may not be the first quarter we come out of the gates firing out on all cylinders, but Adam, what you doing? Are you looking?
I'm just
sorry, perusing the comments. I was like, what in the world are you?
Go ahead.
Sorry, no. I lost my train of thought now.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. I just saw Adam.
It's all
Adam was
good.
over
It's
here
all
like,
good.
Go.
I don't even remember where I was going with that.
I'm watching.
No, yeah, it just made a good point about that. I mean, Kirby Smart does not lose games we have multiple weeks to prepare for. I mean, the only bowl game he's lost has been what? The Texas game and the Sugar Bowl? That's the only one as far. I mean, I know he's lost a national championship. I mean, yeah, to Alabama and everything, but I mean, they're going to be prepared. That's one thing you're going to know is Georgia's going to be prepared tomorrow, and I just don't. I don't see Clemson.
100%.
I don't see Clemson beating them. I don't see. There's too much talent on the field, and it's just going to be a game that I think Georgia will pull away in the second half. I think that it's going to be.
You ready for this?
Yes, sir. What we got?
We got 45-9. That's all they're getting.
45-9. Oh, I love it. Put that card, chisel that in stone, baby.
I don't even know if they're going to get.
Nice Vern Gostin says.
To the text.
Yep. Oh, yes, sir. Yes. Vern, that's right. Shit,
Go
boom.
Dogs.
Go Dogs. Send us a picture of that tailgate tomorrow, Mr. Rock. Whoa! Go Dogs, baby. Did you not get my Vern Gostin reference right there?
What?
Yeah.
Vern who?
Vern Gostin.
Who the heck is Vern Gostin?
Oh, my gosh, Clark.
What? Everybody's looking at me like, like everybody in the room right now is like, what are you? They're looking at me like I'm crazy.
Set 'em up, Joe.
Maybe.
Old country song.
Probably.
They did make country music before the year
2000.
Yeah.
Look, I'm more of a classic rock guy. God, y'all are looking like y'all are going to kill me or something. Every one of you. Even Callie. Golly, what did I do?
Chisel and stone, baby. All right, here we go. Let's roll it back.
All right. Welcome to Row 60. Who we got?
Got Blake Newman from Houston, Texas.
Yes!
There he is.
Oh, yes. We're getting some strong lineups here tonight.
DGD. Mr. Blake. What's going on?
What is going on in the Lone Star State, brother?
It's a lot of sweating these past few months, but other than that, I'm just anxious and ready for some Georgia football, baby.
Hey, Blake, you understand, brother. You're right there with us. You understand it, and only people who love football get it. You know, did you ever have that, even in Houston? I know we had it in Northeast Georgia. Usually early in the morning before you're going to work, the smell of the grass, like the dew still in the grass with the sun kind of coming up, coming up and just kind of hitting that grass. But there's a distinct smell that some foliage gives off, and it's just football, man. It's just football.
That's right. I ride windows down all the time around here, even if it is 100 degrees. I just, like you say, especially in the mornings, the humidity is already high here, but I got the windows down. So like you said, you can smell the grass. It's just football in the air.
Yeah. And you think there's a little bit of a nip in the air, but it's about to be 88 degrees at 9:37 a.m. But you still at about 7:15, 7:30 feel like that. Hey, it's cold. There's a nip in there. It's football weather, and we're here. Woo!
Exactly. Hey, I kid you not. This week, we got up and I told my wife, I said, "You don't feel that, do you?" She was like, "What?" I said, "You don't feel that little bit of like it's getting close to fall?" She said, She looked at me crazy. I said, "You can't feel it." She said, "That must be your football mind talking because you're getting close." I said, "I reckon so."
Right. It's like pregnancy brain. Right. My wife blames everything on being pregnant.
That's right.
Rightfully so. Let me just tag that. I'm getting some stank looks again. But yeah, I mean, football brain, it's a real thing.
That's right.
Yeah. Exactly. It is a real thing. Best time of the year right here.
Oh yeah.
That's it, bro.
Blake, we're already like concerned about how hot it's going to be out in Austin when we come out there for the Texas game. I'm a little concerned. I mean, there's going to be people hitting the deck like out of, just pure dehydration.
Yeah.
Well, hey, pack your cooler full of water, nothing but water that day, because I'm telling you, the humidity is serious out here. I mean, now this last week it's been a little cooler, but cooler's been mid-90s instead of triple digits. So but yeah, I'm sure it's gonna be hot. But I'm hoping by October this gets a little bit cooler. But you never know around here. I mean, one year it was pushing 90 around Thanksgiving. So,
my God,
we'll see.
Never know, man. Never know. So. Blake, what's the feel about tomorrow? What you thinking?
Well, I feel confident like I always do, but again, I got that little bit of Munson in me, I'm a little nervous about it just to see kind of where we are. The biggest concern for me, and that has been all off season, has been the interior defensive line. And, of course, as y'all know and have alluded to in previous episodes, we're a little banged up right there right now, or at least with the backup guys that usually rotated in there. But that's what I'm going to be watching for, especially against Clemson's run game, as
y'all know they got a pretty good back. So we can stop the run, make them one-dimensional, and shake up the quarterback. I think we're going to be all right. And offensively, I'm feeling about like you, Adam. I feel like Carson Beck's going to have a 300-yard day, and he's going to be slinging it around up there in the Mercedes Benz.
Yes, sir, man. I love it. I love a controlled environment, the friendly confines of Mercedes Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta, Georgia. So I think Beck had a field day throwing the ball. Georgia is I don't know. I just feel like Clemson's got a couple young wide receivers that are going to be absolute freaks. They're going to be good. They're going to be good like they had in the past, but they're young. They're young. So obviously you stop the run first. You alluded to it right there, Blake. First thing you do, and that's what Kirby Smart does. It doesn't matter if they're playing Tennessee Tech next week. You stop the run first on defense, and you make an offense one-dimensional. And then if the quarterback beats you, and it takes an elite Heisman-level quarterback to beat Kirby Smart's defense if you look back through the years. Yeah. And I don't think Cade Klubnik's it. And if Cade Klubnik has their day tomorrow, that he does beat you with his arms and getting mobile in the pocket and comfortable, then you tip your hat to him. But Cade Klubnik, you put the game in Cade Klubnik's hands for Clemson to score points, it's not going to happen.
Yeah, and that's the thing about it. I mean, like you said, Adam, it does genuinely sometimes take not necessarily a Heisman winning quarterback, but a Heisman level of play in a game against Georgia in order to beat them. And I mean, that's the thing. You take away the run, you put the game in Cade Klubnik's head, like you said, or hands, like you said, and you make him throw the football. But the good thing about it, you look at Georgia's secondary now. Yeah, I mean, we lost some key pieces, obviously. But we got some really young guys that are ready to go. You know, I mean, KJ is ready. Ja'Cory Thomas,
a guy we hadn't talked about. I'm sorry to cut you off, but it's Jonell Guaro at star position, man. Arguably one of the most important positions in the secondary is that star. Tyke Smith last year led the team in tackles. Am I right? Yeah, I think it was. I mean, because in that star position, you have the opportunity to where you line up in Kirby Smart and Glenn Schumann's defense to make plays at that star position. And Aguaro's a physical guy, man. I think he'll come downfield and pop you, you know. So a lot of new faces that we're going to see tomorrow make a name for themselves. I mean, the last time we played in the Benz with young DB coming in making a debut as Mr. Malachi Starks, had him an interception against Oregon, you know, and had a day. So, and he'll be there tomorrow too, ready to go. So let's do it, Blake. Let's do it.
That's right. I agree with everything y'all said. Like you said, you know, secondary lost key pieces, you know, and that star position Tyke was, I think, for at least from the outside, people who didn't really follow Georgia or don't know much about the roster last year, I feel like he was very underrated. Yep. And he's made a lot of big plays for us, like you said, in the run game and even in the pass game with a bunch of pass breakups and interceptions. So, like I said, Jonell, hope he steps up. Thinks he will. Got a lot of talent in the secondary, and I'm not too worried about him. But you know, you don't know what you got until you see it out there. So it's going to be exciting tomorrow. I'm looking forward to it.
That's right, brother.
Talking season's
it's over, baby.
It's over.
Toe mix leather tomorrow. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let them know who the kings of college football is. Everybody's talking about it, and I personally scares me to death. I don't like it. I cringe at everybody saying Georgia's going to win the national championship. Georgia's going to win the SEC championship. Who's going to beat Georgia? And I get it and understand. You got to have a talking point. I want to lay low. But hey, to be the man, you got to beat the man.
4 words, Adam. Pressure is a privilege.
That's right, brother. There you go. That's it.
That's right. Woo! There it is. Yep. I'm excited, but I'll say my breakout player though for tomorrow, like I alluded to in the chat earlier in the show, I think Oscar Delp's going to have a big day. I think he's going to have 2 scores. I think Dom's going to be the main guy in between the 20s. And then once we get in that red zone area, man, I feel like Oscar Delp's going to capitalize and get him 2 scores tomorrow.
Yes, sir. Hey, look, if I'm telling you, if Mike Bobo uses Oscar Delp the same way I do in EAC, college football 25, they're going to destroy Clemson. Delp may have 8 touchdowns.
That's right.
Oh, man. The mesh route. Good luck.
Ooh, yes, sir. Hey, that's my playbook right there, too. But you're right, man. If he can get a controller in his hands out there and control him, man, run the mesh route.
That's right. Because we all know we're all offensive defense coordinators because we play.
Oh, you just read the Mike linebacker. Right. And the Mike linebacker goes left, you go right.
That's the thing. You get up to the line, and if you see a safety is cheating down to your right, that's where pressure's coming from, right? And you have a safety coming from the high side. I mean,
it's that simple.
And then you go you work from the 3rd level, then you read the 2nd level, and then you're figuring out where the defensive alignment is going to be after that, right? Where pressure's coming from.
we all think it's that easy. We wish it was, but we trust the coaching staff. They're gonna have a good outcome tomorrow, I think. Can I give you my score prediction?
Yes, sir, Blake. We want to hear it, brother. Yes, sir.
More calls.
Yes, sir. Let's hear it.
I'm thinking about a 34-17 game.
I love it. That's not bad. That's where I said too, Blake. I love that, man. Get a big double-digit win against a top 15 program, one of the top programs in the nation. The past decade or so would be huge momentum going forward into a big new year of uncertainty. And let's let it rip, man. I love it. Thank you, Blake. We love you, brother. Appreciate the support.
Yes, sir. Appreciate y'all
that you've given us for many years. We really appreciate you, man.
Oh yeah. I'll say one more thing before I go to. I remember about this time 4 years ago when I found y'all on Spotify. I just typed in Georgia Football Podcast. Y'all popped up, and it was the very first episode. And here we are again going up against Clemson.
That's it, brother.
I tell you what, we've come a long way from that.
We appreciate you being there from the beginning, man.
You are a real one.
That's what makes it great, is folks like you, man. And enjoy tomorrow. Enjoy time with family and friends. God bless you, brother. Get rowdy. Go Dogs, baby.
Go Dogs, baby.
Old Blake Newman from, I think it's Houston, Texas. I want to say.
It is Houston, Texas. Yeah.
I always get my cities out there mixed up. I mean, it's all one the same to me. It's just Texas, right?
No.
All right. Oh, teaser there. Oh, look at that, Adam. Rich Beck.
Yes.
There's a picture of this guy. And I just spoiled it.
Right there.
I'm sorry. I just spoiled who this guy is. But this man needs no introduction
for another year.
Glory, glory.
Yes.
It's your boy, Rich Beck.
Rich Beck from Buffalo, New York. What's going on, man?
Not much. I had that fill in the blank from the podcast earlier this week. I filled it out. It was my homework,
Oh, yeah. And what was
it? I hate Clemson more than stubbing my toe in the middle of the night.
Yes.
Oh, great. It's awful.
That's a great one.
I hate Clemson more than changing the cat's litter.
Yeah, that's right.
I don't have a cat, but I can imagine it sucks.
Right. No. You don't want to change the litter box.
Nah, don't want to change the litter.
Nah.
Okay. I hate Clemson more than grading fifth graders' essays. That's the worst. If you ever had to read an essay from a little kid, man, it is the worst.
It looks like a small animal's just been murdered on the paper from all the red marks or grammatical errors. About like mine still.
You're looking at lowercase i's.
What about when they
ways to spell words you never even saw in your life?
Yeah. What about when they don't put their name on the paper and you don't know whose it is?
Oh, geez. You'll lose a lot of Beck bucks. You guys know about that.
That's right.
My lesson.
Love it, Rich.
Yeah.
Love it. You the man.
So, I'm excited. Beck season 2 for us.
That's right.
Starting. Gonna cut it up like the surgeon he is.
Yes, sir.
I got my Beck jersey ready.
As you should.
Not autographed yet. My mama got me one for Christmas.
Oh,
she got me one of those gold national championship weird, but love it.
Yes,
grateful.
Sir. Yes, sir.
Thankful.
Absolutely.
So he's gonna cut up the D.
Yes, sir.
And he's gonna do so much that we're not gonna have to worry about Travis Etienne. Like I said in my post earlier, or whatever Etienne we got.
Yes, sir.
Trevor Etienne. We're not gonna have to worry about him.
That's right.
It's gonna be Bronson, the Incredible Hulk, just running up and down the field.
Ooh.
It's gonna be wonderful. But he's not even get that many carries either. It's gonna be Cash. It's gonna be all him because we're gonna be up early and it's gonna be a game over.
Adam, here's what we need to do. Everybody's high on Cash Jones tonight, right?
Yeah.
We need to go get a bunch of $1 bills. Hear me out. Hear me out. Hold up. Everybody's giving me looks again. We're going to get a whole bunch of $1 bills, and when Cash Jones scores tomorrow, we are just going to make it rain in Mercedes Benz Stadium.
I love that idea. It might be really expensive to do.
Yeah, the economy might not be the best for that, right? All right. Monopoly money.
He scores 3 touchdowns. I'll make him a Beck buck, and I'll send you the PDF. You go print them up.
Yes.
Okay.
Right,
well, wait a minute. Is that not counterfeiting? We don't need to just print money just to have it out there, do we? Like the federal government.
But the Beck bucks, the Cash Jones every time he scores. We're gonna do this number.
There you go.
Going to do this number right here. I love it. Hey, I mean, I would love nothing more. What a story that would be if Cash Jones comes out there and scores some. Get some yards on the ground, Clark. Get some totes. What you think?
I think
they at least got to get him a nice little CGI background at the stadium for when he scores.
Oh yeah,
make it rain.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. That's right. That's right. Make it rain.
Man.
So life's been good here in Buffalo. 85 degrees where I think it's hot. Sorry, Newman. 100. Man, I can't even imagine. Started coaching football again.
Good deal.
And we're the my school merged and we're the Panthers now.
Awesome.
And they handed me a hat, and I dropped it because it had the Clemson paw on it.
Oh,
yeah.
You got to educate them up there in New York, Rich.
There ain't no way I'm putting that on my head.
Nah, that's
that will
right.
not happen.
That's right.
You don't have to get an alternate logo.
That's right.
Or I'm just going to have to wear some maroon.
That's
because
right.
I am definitely not wearing that logo.
That's right, bro.
There you go.
Good point. Good point.
But just thought that was hilarious and made me think of you. So I'll give you a score prediction, and I'll let some other people get some calls in here. I got 44. I had 3 at first, but then I heard Joe call, and I was like, you're right, 6. Give them another one. Maybe at the end of the game. Feeling bad for them. So they get to the 40-yard line, and they go, maybe we could do it. And they get lucky and get one. So I got 44-6.
Wow.
Right.
I'm feeling it, guys. I can't wait. I love the energy. Wow. It's been 4 years now.
Yeah.
Since the first time I called.
Rich
and
was right.
I still get goosebumps every time I call you guys. So thank you for everything. Thanks for every podcast you sent out. Thanks for treating me so well out in Nashville. Love you guys.
We love you.
Let's
Rich.
go Dogs.
Go Dogs.
Rich.
Go Dogs, brother.
Thank you, brother.
Appreciate you, brother, the support you've given us over the years, man. Love you. Family.
Yep. Truly.
This is a family.
Truly. It really is. Man, we just, and like you said, we've met so many people over the years.
That's been the best part of it.
Rich Beck is one of those guys who he called in like one of the
he
called in
the
first
Clemson game, the
college
first
show.
Clemson game. That's
Yeah.
right. That's right.
I mean, that
But like,
was
somebody
4
from
years
New
ago.
York is listening to us.
Yeah, we were
It
just
loves the Dogs. We
bamboozled.
love it. We love it.
It's just good stuff here.
Oh,
But,
yeah, it's great.
All right, we're
It's
gonna keep
great.
it rolling. Welcome, row 60. Who we got?
Hey, this is Randy from Tifton, Georgia.
What's
Landon
going on
from
from Tifton, Georgia, down there in Tifton?
Hey, you called us last year, didn't you?
Yes, I did. But listen, I want to tell y'all a little story before I talk about Clemson.
Yes, sir.
All right, last year, we rented a riverboat when Georgia played Tennessee, and we tailgated in the Tennessee River for 3 hours before we went to the game, and I seen more old people, I'm talking about 70, 80 years old, shooting us birds, and we was hollering, we know we number one, and we just kept going back and forth, and they didn't like it.
That's right. That's right. It's with class like that. I love that. I love that.
man.
I bet that was a heck of a time on the Tennessee River on the river.
All Navy?
Tailgate
That's
like
impressive.
that. Yeah, that's awesome. That is awesome right there.
Hey! It was great, but let's talk about Clemson.
Give it to us.
I'm tired. Okay, I'm tired of Clemson fans who still think that they're relevant because they're not relevant no more. This is years ago. You know, yes, they was pretty good, but Kirby's taking over now,
That's right.
and Clemson's got to realize that they might give us maybe 5 or 10 good minutes, but the Dogs is going to dog walk them. I just got a feeling that everybody thinks it's going to be close. I believe Carson Beck's going to show out and show the real people you don't need no Colorado and Sanders out there with no team at all,
That's
just
right.
trying to run up the score and trying to, get a lot of passing yards and touchdowns and no one calling flags on them.
That's right.
Georgia's got something to prove this year. Georgia's
right.
got something to prove. What y'all think?
Yes. Yeah. I mean, I absolutely. I mean, I would love nothing more than to see what this season to have a 3 out of 4. You know, it would just be unbelievable. And this team can do it. It's a very talented team. I'm excited for Mike Bobo. I want Mike Bobo to win a national championship as the offensive coordinator. I think that would just be great. I know he was on a national championship team as an analyst, but I want to see him as the man calling plays win a national championship, man. And to win the national championship at the first 12-team playoff era, heck, it's going to be tough. When you look at Georgia's regular season and then you look at the gauntlet you got to go through in the postseason in December to get there. But if there's a team and a man who could build a roster to go those 16 games or so, 16, 17 games or whatever it is, they have to do, it's Kirby Smart. And that's why I'm confident about tomorrow is this is a Kirby Smart led football team, man. And Georgia's now at the point where we used to talk about Alabama. You don't rebuild, you reload.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. Hey, listen, Hey, listen, y'all, and Georgia had the worst game against Alabama last year, and we still only lost by 3 points. You know, let that sink in, everybody. That was our worst game, and we only lost by 3. You know, if we would have got in, I'm sorry, we was going to beat Michigan, Washington, or anybody, Texas, anybody else in there.
That's right.
But I'm gonna give y'all a score where some other people can try to get in because it's hot in South Georgia and we're in the air conditioning.
Love the 229. Love Southwest Georgia, baby.
Hey, let me tell y'all, it's gonna be 34-9. They might get 3 field goals, and Kirby's gonna get that lead, and then he's just gonna do like he done against Tennessee a couple of years ago when it was raining. I was there. We could have scored some more, but Kirby just grinded it out and wore them out to the end. And that quarterback for Clemson's in for a rude awakening. Go Dogs from Tifton, Georgia, baby.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it, brother. Go Dogs. Enjoy tomorrow. Wear your red and black and get loud, baby. Woo!
What a call.
Love that. Love that
Good
this state is hopping from corner to corner from Southwest Georgia to us up here in Northeast Georgia. Great call. Man, people coming out strong out of the game.
I know. I'm mightily impressed with all the callers.
And we got another one coming on.
We got 2 trying to get through.
Here we go. Who we got? Who we got?
Welcome to row 60. Who we got?
Caleb Myers.
Caleb,
what's up, man?
Oh, Mr. Caleb Myers. How are you doing tonight?
Man, I'm good. About the same time. Every time I call y'all for big games, I go from Tallahassee up here, stay with my grandparents in Brunswick.
There you go.
And I watch all the big games up here with my grandparents.
Hey, now we got the southeast corner of the state covered right now up here in Brunswick, Georgia.
That's right. You're going to have all area codes.
That's it. How we
You're going to have them all. You're going to have 229s. You're going to have 912s up to 678, 706.
There you go. You got it, Caleb. You got it. So how we feeling about tomorrow, man? Give it to us.
I'm feeling confident. I'm not someone who just thinks Clemson's a nobody, and I'm not going to sit here and think that they're the powerhouse they were either.
Right.
I think you know they're very similar to us, kind of on defense. They play a lot of man. They're going to send at least 90% of the time. Yeah. So 5 on 5, you know, you got to win your 1-on-1s, and I'll take our ones against theirs any day of the week. I'll take it.
Yeah,
plain and simple. I mean, honestly, I think I don't care if Etienne's playing or if he's not. It doesn't really matter. I don't want Branson getting a ton of carries. I mean, he could be healthy. I don't doubt it, but I don't. It's a psychological thing. I don't know if y'all remember. Remember Chubb in 2016 was very different than 2017 Chubb. It was a very psychological thing, I think.
Right, kind of getting over ACL. Yeah, that's a good point.
And another thing that many people aren't talking about when we're discussing running backs tomorrow is, and like you said, I mean, they're going to bring pressure. They're going to have to. If they want to try, they're going to have to mix up some exotic blitz packages, that kind of thing. But our running backs have to do a good job of coming and helping, you know, when there is pressure, chipping, and at least getting a hat on a hat with some of these guys who get
100%.
So that's going to be big, and I
100%.
That's where
I'm high on Nate Frazier. I mean, everyone's talking about it, but do you rely on that guy for pass pro and certain packages? He's only been there 2 months, or do you rely on the guy that's just coming back from injury, hadn't played in 2 years, or is it a walk on Cash Jones? Now, I'm not doubting our room. I'll take our room against whoever, but it's very funny. We're talking about how this is the deepest room in college football just a short few weeks ago, and now we're like, oh, is Dylan Bell may he play?
Yeah,
but I don't. But it's kind of funny, but I don't know. I think I'll take our guys against them. And listen, Dabo, I'm sure he's a godly man and everything, but it's past his time, man. He talks too much. I can't stand to listen to him talk. Yeah. I can't stand to listen to him. He's so ego, man. Like there's no other. Could you imagine Kirby Smart sitting there talking about what we've done in the past? It's never that. It's always moving forward. What are we doing?
And that
it's just so annoying to listen to Dabo.
Yeah, and that's a subtle thing, but it means so much. That really just kind of shows where Clemson has gotten to, because they used to be this dominant team, right? And they had 2 generational quarterbacks. They won 2 national championships. Props, but man, it really does seem like current day Clemson is sort of, or at least Dabo maybe, is kind of living on the past, right? Oh, yeah. And you're exactly right. Kirby would never do that.
He doesn't want to adapt, and that's a prideful thing. And I feel like pride gets the best of. We're going to talk about pride. Pride as humans can really be the downfall of us a lot, and that's something that when we're wrong, we got to admit we're wrong and kind of get over that, And I feel like Dabo has too much pride in himself to adapt to what is going on in college football today and say, "Hey, I'm going to go out here and win my way." And hey, I mean, Kirby Smart will let him know.
100%, and I think he's very. Listen, Clemson recruits in anywhere from like 8 to 15 range. They've been doing that. If they were recruiting 1 or 2 in the nation every year, you might understand. All right, well, he doesn't need transfer portal. Keep doing his thing, but he doesn't. He gets out recruited by teams like Alabama, Georgia, Ohio State, and guess what? Those teams still use the portal to supplement their roster. Yeah. So it's a very easy thing to point to and be like, well, Dabo, this is why you're losing. This is why you're being left behind. That could be the reason. It could be not. It's whatever. But Dabo gave it to you straight up in his press conference.
That's right.
He mentioned and he bitched and moaned about playing these games, this kind of game at the beginning of the season. He said, this is a postseason game. This you're used to playing these in the postseason, but I don't know why we schedule these games. Go back and listen to it. He literally said these things. And he just gave you the recipe to their success the past several years. Fly through an easy ACC schedule, hype up your team enough to win 2 big games, and have a roster just good enough to win 2 big games and crown yourselves national champs. I mean, that he gave it to you right there for everybody to see. That's Dabo style, and he doesn't like playing in these tough schedules. Compare that to Kirby. Oh, this is a great time to see where your team measures up. It's good to get ready for conference play, getting good opponents at the beginning of the season. Great for fans. I say all that to say this. There's a ton of stats you can throw out in this matchup. Here's a stat for you. We got a coach named Kirby Paul Smart, and they don't.
That's right. There you go. That's it. That's it.
Pretty cut and dry when you put it like that.
That's all there is to it. It is. And I love y'all, and I appreciate y'all. And it sounds bad to say, I don't hate Clemson as much as y'all do. I grew up in South Brunswick, where I grew up. So the Gators are like I know y'all hate the Gators too.
Oh,
but it's
absolutely.
funny how geographically in Georgia, where you are, depends on which rival you hate the most, right? You live in Columbus, you probably hate Auburn.
Right.
You live up near, in Dalton or somewhere up there, Decatur, wherever. You hate Tennessee,
right.
Florida, Clemson. It's kind of funny how that works, and I find that pretty interesting.
Yeah, it's such a unique thing.
Anyway, I'll give y'all a score prediction, man. I watch y'all every week, y'all know. And we'll. I don't think we're getting in the 40. I think the defense their defense is pretty good.
No.
I don't think we're going to sit there and run up the score. I'll give you, I think 31-13. I don't think they're scoring 2 touchdowns on us. I think they might get a couple field goals. They might get a lucky pop for a thing, but 31-13, we cover.
Yes,
and we move on to next week, and we send Clemson back down the road, and tuck tail for Dabo, and he can go run down a hill some other day.
That's right. He can go pet a rock another day. That's right.
That's where we'll leave him. That's where we'll leave him.
That's right.
Yes, sir.
That's right.
Hey, Caleb.
Love it, Caleb.
Great call, brother.
Appreciate you, brother.
We need to meet up sometime if you're ever at one of these games.
Yeah, man. Let us know.
I will. I'm either going to the Auburn or Tennessee. I only go to about one game a year, but I like going to a conference game. So it was basically Auburn, Tennessee, but I'll hit y'all up on Instagram or something, let y'all know if I'm down up there.
Sounds good, brother.
Awesome. Love
Appreciate
it.
the call.
Appreciate it, Caleb. Go Dogs, baby. Get routed tomorrow.
Right,
Get routed tomorrow. It's time, baby. Time to let it rip. Woo! Hey, I like that right there. Oh, Josh Fortner, DGD right there. He was at the UGA practice at Heath Holland too. Great guy. Knows some dogs recruiting. Loves some Georgia Bulldogs. Lets the other message rival fans have it. And, and a great group message with him, man, that they keep me updated on the trail and everything else. It's amazing the recruiting knowledge those boys have.
Oh, yeah.
Blows my mind. But, Josh, hey, if you get a free chance, man, call in. Would love to hear from you there, but appreciate you watching, brother. You the man.
Yeah, we're getting we're still getting a bunch of calls. Y'all stay patient if your call hasn't gone through. Right quick, I wanted to read a couple. Zach Thomas, that was a roommate of mine back in the day at Georgia. We are going to the game tomorrow.
He was also a linebacker for the Miami Dolphins in the time.
Yeah, maybe this. No, Zach. Yeah, we'll be at the game, man. Section 328. We're up in the nosebleeds with our people.
That's right.
We love sitting. Yes, exactly. The common man up in the nosebleeds. It's just, I don't know. It's rowdy up there, man. It's just a little different. Adam gets to run up and down the stairs.
Yeah. Get some
and
good calf
embrace.
workouts. Yeah, and I love. There's nothing like embracing a stranger when Georgia scores a touchdown, even during the COVID era.
Yeah, and this sounds weird, but man, when you get a big bear hug from a big burly guy with a big long beard, I don't know. There's just something like, man, this is just a good time.
This is what it's about.
This is what it's
That's
all
why I
about.
love it, because everybody's there, like-minded, ready to rock and roll, ready to go, and the jubilation that it creates, the adrenaline rush, and like, hey, that is my guy right there. The Brace love it. Golly, cannot wait to do it. Hope we're doing a lot tomorrow. Who do we got? Who we got?
What's up, guys? It's Will.
Yes, sir.
William Snipes.
Will Snipes.
What's up, man? How's it going?
The man himself. How are we doing this fine Friday night, Will?
Good. I'm fired up, man. I'm pumped.
Awesome.
Hey, y'all were talking about the seats. I guess my first question: are we sitting together tomorrow?
Are we?
Because I got the other seats on the other side of y'all.
Oh yes, Will. Oh, we're getting rowdy tomorrow, brother.
Oh my
We're
gosh.
getting rowdy tomorrow, brother. Love it.
Look, we're going.
Can't wait.
Our mothers, and my pregnant wife and Kelsey, all coming with us. So we're going to sit near y'all, and then we're going to put them on kind of the aisle where it's a little safer. You know,
we're going to get rowdy. Going to get rowdy.
Oh,
It's
man.
going to be great. It's going to be great. Man, that is awesome. Great news. Great news there, Will.
Yeah, man, I'm pumped. No, hey, I was calling. I guess I know we all keep talking about talking season's almost over. It is,
Right.
but I got one thing I've been thinking about this new playoff thing, and I don't know if y'all have covered this at all, but with the automatic buys for the top 4 conference champions, one can make an argument that like being in a 5 seed could be a better spot. And the reason I say that is because you're most likely getting group of 5 in the 12 seed and first round of the home playoff game. And then you're going a neutral site game against the 4 seed, which could be like a 8-4, 9-3 ACC champion.
Great point.
Like that's that's a fairly easy road for your first 2 games in the playoff under the new era. So I just, I've been thinking about that. And like, what I'm curious to see what happens. And there's so many scenarios you could run out, but like, is going the loser of the SEC championship game, are they going to get penalized drastically in some years? Let's say they, lose. Let's just say you're, 10-2, you lose that game, and now you're 10-3, and now you potentially have lost out on a home playoff game.
Yeah.
Because you had to play an extra game. Like now you're the 9 seed and you're going on the road. Like there's just so many scenarios that are just so unknown, but I just can't like rack my brain around it. But it's, let's see what happens. But it'll be weird how it, kind of all shakes out.
Yeah, I mean, that's a great point. I hadn't thought about that 5C because you could play daggone Texas San Antonio Roadrunners, Liberty Flames, the Boise State
At
Broncos,
home.
and Sanford, and then you go play a 2 or 3 loss Miami Hurricane team at the I don't know, and lost at the Rose Bowl or something. I mean, that's a great point that I hadn't thought of. And with the SEC championship coming up this year, man, a lot of teams are, who's going to make it and everything. Will, you actually pointed this out to Clark, and Clark pointed out to me because I hadn't looked at their schedule until Clark told me that you were talking about it with him. And Missouri's schedule.
I'm telling y'all, they're in the freaking SEC championship. I called it, and their schedule is so good because it's like you've got to ease into the. You ease into the season, you get 4 games you can ease into the system or the season. Now you're humming, who's your playmakers are, who's, they've already got a good returning crew. I mean, they got the best receiver arguably in the conference.
All right.
A veteran quarterback, a good defensive front. And it's like, you don't need much else, right?
Yeah,
it's I don't know. They've got a good road at it. I mean, I was looking at it the other day. So you got Vegas has the top 6 teams in the SEC being Georgia, Texas, Alabama, Ole Miss, Tennessee, LSU. they play one of those teams.
Wow.
In the regular season.
Dang.
Yeah,
that's Alabama on the road, right?
And that's Alabama on the road.
Yeah.
And still, if you lose that one,
they play
I mean,
Oklahoma at home.
Yeah, I think so.
You've got 5 of the 6 top teams according to Vegas that you avoid in your regular season.
That's impressive.
So you just lose in Alabama. Yeah, that's a 11-1 season. Just say you just lose to Alabama 11-1. Yeah, you're going to.
I think. Well, okay, hold up.
Well, the tiebreaker.
Alabama could be 11-1, and they would own the tiebreaker over Missouri. And assuming Texas, Georgia, Ole Miss, one of those teams goes 11-1. There's a million ways this could play out. That's the fun of it, but it's also the headache too. I mean, like you said, going back to the playoff right quick,
and losing Blake Baker as defense coordinator.
Yeah, I mean that might.
Now that's a good point though. That when nobody's talking about Missouri and their path to Atlanta, it's very doable if they're like what they were. Then there's no Cody Schrader anymore, but hey, it's possible.
Yeah, the 14 playoff though is just, the 12-team playoff with the 4 automatic buys or bids, whatever. I don't love that part of it. I think if we're going to do it, let's do the top 12 teams. Let's let a computer decide it. Okay, top 12 teams.
A
committee. I don't like a committee. I'd rather have the computers.
Okay,
I would.
Miss the BCS.
I sort of do. I mean, because at least to me it seemed a little bit more structured. It was more objective, less subjective. I mean, let me ask you this, Will and Adam. Has a playoff committee ever really truly put the 4 best teams in the playoff? Yes or no?
No.
No.
As far as just who, no. It's
the
always
4 best teams.
Yeah.
It's always the most deserving.
I mean,
they won their conference championship, but they're not as good as this. But they won their conference championship. It's always been that, and so that's why I'm in favor of the computer. Just pick the top 12. Let them go at it.
To your point, I mean, if you did it that way, you should just let Vegas pick it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Why not?
I mean, they're gonna tell you who the best teams are.
Yeah.
But this year,
that's true.
There's going to be so much like behind the scenes stuff, and they say they're not going to do it, but it's going to be about matchups. Mm-hmm. The seeding's going to be about matchups. It's going to be about storylines. If Georgia has a chance to play Oregon and the Dan Lanning, Kirby Smart storyline plays out, that'll happen, right? Like, there's things like that they're going to pay attention to, and because it's all about TV, man. It's all about money. It's all about ratings.
Yeah.
They got to have it, and that's unfortunately the direction we're going. But it's it is what it is.
Yeah,
that's right.
And the funny thing is, the most ironic thing is, we're the ones that are getting duped. It's kind of funny. It's like, it all ultimately. It's. I mean, yeah. If it weren't for the fans, if it weren't for people like you, me, and Adam, college football would not be what it is. I would argue it wouldn't even exist at this point. I mean, that's just me.
Well, yeah, it wouldn't be what it is.
Agreed.
Yeah.
I mean, we've been literally we've been stocking away our football fund for the last 8 months, right? Like, it's and the thing is, I was talking to some guys earlier today, and it's like, a guy made a comment to me. He goes, "This is the most unprepared I've ever been for football season." And I just kind of laughed, and I was like, "Why is that?" He goes, "Man," it's exhausting now. He goes, "We got so many games. It's so expensive. You got to go to travel. You got to do all this stuff. Got to get this, got to get that." And I'm like, I hear you. Like, it has been so easy to now consume it on TV, and it's unfortunate because it's like there's nothing like being at the game, man. Like, there really isn't. And it's like what I love and what I always will love, and I love that experience more than sitting on my couch. But like, it's you sacrifice a lot to do it, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's truly.
I mean, yeah.
So
there's been a lot of
know.
Yeah, I mean, we travel to these games too with you, and I mean,
but you love it. There's nothing like
it. Really is
adrenaline rush, and it's the unknown of knowing what's going to happen. The gamble of, hey, you went and did this, and Georgia, like, not here recently, but in the day, Georgia might not get off the bus in Knoxville or something, But the risk of not knowing, though, is the adrenaline rush of that is what makes us come back for it every year, and I think that's what makes this year so exciting. The uncertainty of realignment and playoffs and everything.
It's the unknown, and the other thing too is, like, I know this sounds so, demented of me probably, but like, I would much rather be in person, like, at a loss,
Right.
Because it's like I feel like I was there. Like I mean, you still have good memories. Like I look back on like, you know, you remember the losses too. I mean, unfortunately, but like,
yeah, every one of them.
Experience, like what went into it, and it's like you're like, oh man, like this happened. Like I get superstitious about some things now because I know like what I did that day. Then I'm like, I'm never going to do that again, right? Like just like things like that. You're just like so overthinking it, but it's just part of it. All right, I got one. But speaking of like nervy scenarios, this is a nervy scenario I couldn't stop thinking about this past weekend watching Georgia Tech. I was like, all right, let's say Georgia's 9-2 going into the Black Friday game.
Oh my gosh!
And you got to beat Tech. You beat Tech, you're in the playoffs. You lose and you're out. And I was like, I just started getting like heart palpitations thinking about that, like to myself. And I was like, can you imagine if that was where we were at the end of the year?
That would be.
There's so many scenarios this year it throws out that just makes my stomach into a anti.
No, it does.
Pretzel.
Yeah,
anti-Ann's pretzel.
Yeah, I mean,
but actually, oh my gosh!
Especially if they somehow kind of keep up. You know, I know they looked good last week compared to Florida State, but it's like if they were like, you know, 8-3 or something too, you're just like, oh gosh. I mean, that you want to talk about making that game meaningful again?
Yeah,
that would. You know, do it.
It would. It sure would. Gosh dang. I
would ramp it up.
Brent Key's the right guy, but yeah.
I don't know, man. I'm so excited this year. The unknowns of just knowing what's Auburn going to look like when they roll into Athens. Tennessee late in the schedule. I mean, obviously everybody's talking about the road trips to Tuscaloosa, Austin, and Oxford. I mean, and then a neutral site against a historic rival, Clemson, open up the year. I mean, it is a gauntlet, man. And then the traditional game down in Jacksonville against Florida. Who knows what they're going to be like then. I mean, I think I have an idea, but you just don't know. And that's what's just so great about this time during college football season is everybody is hoping, man. Everybody has that hope that their team's going to win the national championship. And I love that. And I never want that to go away across this whole nation. Even if your team doesn't have a chance, we're just fortunate that ours does.
Yeah.
That I love the hope of that. And what this 12-team playoff has done, though, has extended it to more fan bases having hope like that they never knew they wouldn't get in the 14 playoff before, but they realize, hey, if we just sneak in there and get hot at the right time, what can happen. So I think that's what I love about it now is there's going to be other fan bases that just has that hope. And I hope it's like fans like Tennessee fans have the hope of making the playoffs and their just dreams come crashing down again.
I don't know. Tennessee's one of those teams that scares me. I mean, I hate to admit it,
absolutely.
But no, I think they sneak in.
Even though, yeah, I mean, I who knows what's
anyway. Well, we're going to take some more calls, brother. But hey, we'll definitely see.
Let's catch up. I'll see y'all tomorrow.
Hey, right quick. Hold on. Right quick. I got to ask you this. For the people out there listening, you and I and Adam, we've talked about this in the offseason about going back and rewatching some games. What is a game that people tonight after the call-in show, or they can watch it
because we're not sleeping.
We're not sleeping. So what is a game that, I don't know, would just get people juiced about tomorrow?
Brother, man, my go-to game is 03 UGA Tennessee.
Oh, no. Oh,
yeah. 41-14 beat down. Sean Jones taking it, going all the way. Sean Jones all the way, picked up a fumble and ran about 92 yards, and he had 6 blockers behind him. Love it.
Man, I was with my dad. We were literally on the top row of Neyland Stadium in that H8 section. You know what I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah.
It is. We refer to it as double hell up there. And
double hell, yeah.
It is top row of Neyland. It was loud, whatever. I've never heard a stadium go so quiet in my entire life.
Like a pin drop.
In that moment.
I love that.
Like a pin drop.
Oh, man, it was. And then, just going up there and blowing their doors off. Really blowing. That was the first time I feel like Georgia's ever blown Tennessee's doors off in Neyland and Knoxville before. And, of course, it's happened many a time since that night. But that was special, And, that's a good game. That's a good game. I haven't watched that one in a long time, but that's a good one. Love it. That's a good one.
Well, good stuff, Will.
All right, fellas. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Go Dogs.
Go Dogs. Go Dogs, Will. DGD right there. He has earned that status for sure.
That's right.
Row 60 patron, just a good friend of the show, Will Snipes. Man, we got so many people watching tonight.
Love it.
Thank y'all for sticking around.
Yeah, we appreciate that.
We really do. Every time me and Adam do one of these things, we're like, are people going to call in? And sure enough, every single time
everybody
y'all show out
the bell. Fellowship, love it. Love it.
Right quick before we take this next caller, let's go through a couple. I know. We really haven't had a lot of time to read through comments here. Georgia Reload, Clemson's no joke.
I agree, man. I mean, they're definitely no joke. I think their defensive line is very, very good.
Yeah.
And some good linebackers too. But what happens in the second half?
What happens in their secondary?
Man, their secondary. I don't think they're I don't know. I mean, like I've said, put the game, make Cade Klubnik beat you. And if he does, tip your hat to him.
Right.
But is he going to do that? He's not going to. Cade Klubnik's not going to beat Kirby Paul Smart.
Blake Newman said
the quarterback says beat Kirby Paul Smart. Is Cade Klubnik one of those that falls in that category?
I don't know. He hasn't shown me enough.
Young guys, young skill guys, but are they going to be ready? And their offensive line, have they improved that much against Georgia's defensive line? And they have such a good defensive line, Clemson does, but Georgia has the best offensive line in the country.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be one thing if we were like, ooh, our offensive line's a little shaky. We've lost some guys to the draft. If we didn't have Tate Ratledge, Xavier Truss, those kind of senior leaders.
Yeah, a good mix of leadership. Xavier Truss, Ratledge played a lot of ball, talent, Ernest Green, Jarrett Wilson coming in. Let's go. You know. Some good guys behind him, like Michael Morris coming in rotating.
For
you
sure.
know,
Dylan Fairchild. He got some snaps last year too. Don, we're about to take this call
Dylan
right
Fairchild
quick though.
Will be a stud.
Don Doherty. Sorry. What's your pregame meal, Adam?
Oh,
let's say Mercedes Benz.
Mercedes Benz Stadium is one of these venues. Like before we got somebody online, I keep forgetting that. One second, last thing. Mercedes Benz Stadium is one of those venues, folks, out there that you don't have to go to the Chick-fil-A before the game or somewhere to get a meal before you go into the venue because you don't want to eat a cold hot dog or just generic carnival nacho cheese. You know? Like I want my nacho cheese to be a white colored cheese like you get at the Mexican joint, not a not so. That's not what you get at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Mercedes-Benz Stadium, you get reasonable food prices, refillable souvenir cups, and I don't know, man. I mean, there's a lot to offer there. I'll probably get probably get some Japanese. They got a little hibachi up there at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. I mean, you can't go wrong with that. A couple of times we've done that before. So Monroe Freeland.
Yeah, last comment. Yeah, Monroe Freeland, 100%.
That's great. But anyway, who do we got?
Yeah,
just hang up.
Yeah, hold up. All right.
Hey.
All right, who we got here?
Adam, this is Josh Fortner. How are you?
There he is. There's our guy, Josh Fortner. How you doing, brother? I know you're fired up.
Dude, brother, I am 3/4 of the way through a cigar sitting in my front yard.
I love that.
That's a great way to
Josh
spend
went
the
ahead
night.
and just cranked one up before the game, even though, even though he knew. That's it. I love it, man.
So wait.
Listen.
Is that not bad juju to do that before a game?
Nah.
Well, I smoke a lot of cigars.
All right.
Friday night before.
Okay.
I love it, man. Unwind a little bit. That's right.
Listen. I get that we have to play Clemson, but do these people understand that Clemson has to play us?
That's right.
Yes. Wait a minute.
I mean,
wait a minute. That's what I've been saying to everybody. Exactly.
Are we playing Nick Saban in the tomorrow, or are we playing Cade Klubnik and Dabo?
That's right. It ain't Bryce Young and Nick Saban, is it? That's it.
No, it's not. So unless it's 2020 Dan Mullen with freaking Marcus Rosemy-Jackson ain't breaking his leg and Stetson getting hurt, I'm not sure what everyone's scared of, to be honest with you.
That's true.
Yeah.
I mean, it's Nick Saban and nobody else, and I just don't. I've been on the board because I live on the board.
That's right.
Man, these people, I'm nervous. Well, something's going to be wrong. It's going to be this. I mean, this is the same team that got drubbed by Kentucky in the bowl game last year. Dabo didn't go get nobody else in the portal. They got a 5-star freshman wide receiver and a couple other good ones, but I mean, it's still Cade Klubnik. By the way, I don't know if anyone knows this. Their top 2 cornerbacks are probably not going to play tomorrow. Lewis and Lucas.
Right.
Best case scenario, one of them play.
Yeah.
I mean, plus this is year 2 with Carson Beck and Bobo. I mean,
true.
I don't know. And Adam can tell you this. We sat and watched we sat and watched Nate Frazier at the close practice.
Yeah.
All I could do was laugh. He is gonna take a wheel route straight to the house. He is gonna take a sweep straight to the house. That dude is twitchy and as quick as anybody I've ever seen.
Yeah, right. He took the week after I went and to a scrimmage, and he took an inside zone run against our ones. Took it to the crib, 40-yard plus touchdown run, and just the speed, man. He hit that second level and third level so freaking quick. Safeties, it made them look like they had no idea what was going on. I mean, and I know that man, that really does talk him up a lot. Or we're talking him up a lot.
But,
I think he's going to live up to it, and we may see a glimpse of it tomorrow.
A lot of people that know ball, that you trust their opinion, it's just all over, man.
Yeah.
Hey, Josh, what do you think about this? Somebody we hadn't really mentioned in our podcast or tonight that I want to hear you talk about. What about Raylan Wilson? What do you think about how he's going to be? You know, everybody CJ Allen this, CJ Allen that, which obviously warranted because he is. But how do you think Raylan's going to be this year?
Listen, I was talking to Heath. Shout out Heath and Jason in the
shout out Heath and Jason
that we have.
Heath Holland, Franklin County boy.
Thank you, Jason, for spending money with the NIL so that me and Adam and Heath tag along.
That's right.
I think Raylan Wilson might just drop back into coverage on a play and pick Cade Klubnik off.
There we go.
That dude is so freaking fast. CJ Allen is Roquan light, but Raylan Wilson is fast. I know Rusty Manziel. I remember when he committed to Michigan, Rusty Manziel said this kid's going to end up a 5-star and he's probably going to end up at Georgia. The dude is just, it's just crazy that he's going to rotate in.
Yeah.
If he was Tennessee's linebacker, they'd make 10 posts a day about him, about how they had the best linebacker in the nation.
Hey, Josh, how many times have you been banned and recreated a username on the Tennessee message board?
On VolQuest,
yes.
I'm seven times. Right. And what's funny is,
did you say VolQuest?
Yes, a VolQuest.
Oh, that is amazing.
Yes,
we're going to have to. Look, we got to create a group message with you just so I can see those unhinged, delusional people.
There's nobody in this world who has a pulse on all the fan bases. Go ahead, Josh.
Better.
He does.
Listen, even their writers, I freaking love it. They've got guys, Austin Price and Brent Hubbs. They think they're so plugged in. And only when they could start spending money did they finally get some of these calls right, like David Sanders and all them. But I remember they were getting Mims. I remember they were getting Darnell Washington. I remember they were getting who's that cornerback that who's the cornerback that made that great play on the 75-yard punt? Oh God,
Nyland Green.
Nyland Green. They were getting Nyland Green. They were getting Smile Munden. I remember all of them were posting pictures of smiley faces.
Yep.
The day Smile Munden committed. That turned to frowny faces real quick. But what's funny about me getting banned is I was actually just looking at my credit card statement and I still have an active account. Them jokers are still charging me even though I'm banned. I have to cancel another one.
You can't put it past the ball people to do something like that.
Oh my!
Here's the problem. They banned my credit card. So I had to use my wife, and my wife was not happy.
Banned?
What is VolQuest?
They don't even want your money. They're like this guy's just that big of a problem. We don't even want his $10 a month. Oh my gosh.
My wife said, "What's VolQuest?" I said, "Sweetheart, I'm out there fighting the good fight.
Yes, sir.
Every single day."
You let them know you're out there.
I can't stand for their delusion. I remember when we trounced Auburn 2 years ago. I made an Auburn account that day because it was their huge recruiting weekend. Turned out it was just a recruiting weekend for us in Jordan Hare, which was hilarious. So I've been banned from the Auburn board a couple times by Philip Marshall and a couple times on the Florida board. But God, I hate Tennessee. But anyway,
me too.
Back to the game tomorrow. I don't know. I don't think it's going to be relatively close. It might be for a little bit, but
love it.
I just these folks on the dog vent who are scared. I mean, if you're scared, go to church. You know, I'm smoking a cigar. That's how scared I am.
Right.
All right,
he's ready to go. Josh, I love it, bro.
Gosh.
I love it.
Josh, I got to meet you, man.
We got to let you meet Josh. He's the man. That whole crew.
If Adam takes a game off, I'm going to drive over to South Carolina and try and watch a game with you.
Hey,
that's if he takes a game off. I found out Adam goes to every game.
Yeah, Adam does not miss. For those who didn't read it in the paper this week, Adam had, what was your streak? 123 straight games. And people, that includes home, away, neutral site, bowl, before the playoffs.
Before inflation,
kids,
marriage, and everything.
But I've said this before, and people have probably heard this story, and they're probably tired of it by now. But he goes up to Kirby at the senior gala in 2018, and he tells Kirby, I've been to 123 straight games, and Kirby just looks at him and says, good God, son, just couldn't believe it. Thought he was a total lunatic.
Well, you know what's crazy? There's been people out there that hadn't missed a game since like 1977.
Yeah, but
crazy. I was like, I don't know how you do that.
Well, but for your age, it's impressive to have
it's been
123 games.
It's been a fun ride, and these past 3 years, Josh, as you know, it's been great, and good times still continuing to come. But yeah, we definitely got to. I got to get Clark to meet you and Jason. He's met Heath before, of course, but just all of us get together and talk ball, man. Clark, I'm telling you, when you want to know recruiting, those are the three guys you need to talk to, man. I'm in a group message with them, and I love it.
I love podcasts, and I just found out about y'all's right before I met Adam. And I'm not going to say it's homerism. I just think it's the truth. I think it's the most truthful Georgia podcast I've ever heard.
Hey, it's just a fan podcast. It's just a fan. That's what we just like to just have a good. I mean, we're not. Y'all need to start a podcast about the recruiting. And we'll collab. And then we'll get just everybody fired up because I mean them boys know.
Hey, Adam, real quick, were you at the Orange Bowl against Michigan?
Yes, sir.
I got a good story about
Take me through that game because that game was just that's one of my favorite games over the last 2 years. What was that like being there?
That game right there, man, was I'll be honest with you, kind of had a little bit of doubt. Kind of was like, dang, I mean, just because you were let down against Alabama in 21 in the SEC championship.
Right. Oh, yeah, absolutely.
You thought you got over the hump. And I'll be honest with you, and I hate admitting this, but there's a little bit of like, can Stetson actually do it? Can he be the guy to bring us over the hump? Because of how the performance was in Atlanta. And that was and I didn't want to think like that, but kind of had those thoughts. But coming out there and beating them 34-11, man, and just seeing just some Georgia imposing their will on Jim Harbaugh and that program was an unbelievable night on New Year's Eve. A great stadium. Honestly,
I'll be honest. I was surprised at how well they traveled. I mean, Michigan travel. Well, they travel like Georgia does.
When you got in the parking lot, man, there's a different feel when you go to a game like that, but especially when it's against a blue blood like that. And the first time that I remember pulling in that parking lot and just getting juiced out of my mind when you saw that maize and blue, like, this is it. This is college football playoffs. It's Michigan. It's a blue blood from a different geographical location. And it's time to go. This is why you're a Georgia fan, is for games like this to get hyped up about, and thank the Lord we get to see Georgia play in one of them. So, yeah, that game was it was amazing. I had Michigan fans from Chicago that were sitting the road down from us, chirping before the game. We didn't say anything. They left before halftime.
One more story about Adam, and he's going to get mad at I'm telling the people this, probably embarrassed him a little bit. But after the game, I mean, we were just elated. We were like, man, we're going back to the national championship. We had victory cigars. Like literally the moment we walked out of the stadium, it was New Year's, fireworks going off everywhere. Awesome moment. But then we noticed, okay, there's Stetson's dad. And, I mean, we're not those people to go up and go talk to him. But in this moment, we kind of had to, because Adam, up to this point, up the whole Orange Bowl, Kelsey, his wife, pregnant, having a boy or girl, we didn't know at that point. But we saw Stetson's dad, and Adam was like, I'm going to name my kid Stetson. If Stetson, if we win the national championship, I'm going to name my kid Stetson. So we see Stetson's dad. Me and Adam, we take off in a dead sprint. And once again, I think we're just elated. We're delusional.
While
it's like
smoking a cigar.
Yeah. So we had a little cigar buzz, and we take off in a dead sprint, like literally 100 yards away, go up to Stetson's dad. I mean, he probably thought we were on something. Oh, yeah. And we tell him, we said, hey, if Stetson wins next week, we're naming our son.
So we're gonna name my son
Stetson, yeah.
And I tried to name my daughter Keely, but it didn't. I shot that down.
Hey, I just welcomed a nephew into the world last weekend. His name's Bennett.
Love it.
I mean, everything's just lining up. But hey, listen, I'm about to go inside and watch this 4-hour long back-to-back documentary on YouTube. If y'all want something to do tonight, just YouTube UGA back-to-back documentary. It's 4 hours long. It's incredible. I've watched it no less than 10 times this year.
That's right.
I got a 7:30 tea time in the morning because I can't sit around the house tomorrow. I'll drive my family nuts.
Right.
I'm not going to sleep tonight.
I love it, brother. I love it.
I'm glad we're not the only ones that act like this. Sorry.
Yeah. I think I'm going to go big. I'm going to go 41-13.
Yes, sir.
And I don't care. You people can at me on that. I don't care. I think it's going to be.
That's right.
I think it's going to be a drubbing. But anyway, hey, thanks for taking my call. Great show, you guys.
Appreciate it,
and happy Georgia opener to all y'all.
Yes, sir, brother. We'll be talking with you in the text chat. Appreciate it, brother. Go Dogs!
Woo!
All right.
Good call right there.
Wow.
Man, we were going on.
You want to go to 10:30?
Yeah, we'll take a couple more calls if people
12
want to call
more
in,
minutes. 12 more minutes. We gotta save our voices for tomorrow, Mercedes Benz. I mean, we are 12 hours till kickoff.
Adam, I got to pee, but this has been this right here.
We're gonna take one more call.
Yeah, we'll get a pulse right here. I just want to say this is Coke number 3. People,
three. You drank 3 Cokes.
Adam, whoa! Don't be calling me
I'm just
out.
drinking coffee and I'm on my second Coke.
Listen, Adam drank. I am not kidding you. As the Lord is my witness, he drank 5. Count them, 5 coffees before the night before the national championship game up in Indianapolis. I thought Adam would literally die. We were playing poker that
I was
night.
sitting there shaking in the bedroom like, Lord, I've got to see this national championship, please.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it was concerning. I mean, we were playing poker. It was like 1:00 in the hotel lobby of the Holiday Inn and just in the middle of nowhere, Indiana. That moment was just great. I mean, you were just shaking like, oh my gosh.
Great night.
Oh, well, this is a familiar caller right here, Adam. This actually, for the record, this was the very first caller in Row 60 live call-in show history.
Yes,
right
it
here.
is.
And I'm going to let him introduce himself now.
Hey, guys, it's Dave from Franklin Springs.
Dr. Dave.
There he is.
How you doing?
Doing great, guys. Show's been great tonight.
Thanks, sir.
I'll make this quick so y'all squeeze in another caller. Kirby Smart has spent the last 8 months reminding the players what the committee did to them last year. He's been in their ear. He's been chirping to them. They got that on their mind. They want to set the record straight this year. That's their goal.
That's right.
I hear you.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
I mean, you got to think, everybody was talking about Florida State, this, that, and the other last year not getting in the playoff, and maybe they did deserve a shot. I don't know. But if we're talking about the 4 best teams, Dr. Phillips, as well as I do, as well as everybody does, that Georgia was definitely one of those top 4 teams. And because we lost by 3 points to a pretty solid Alabama team who really turned it on late in the season, we didn't get in. And you're exactly right. I know that that's something that Kirby's probably been pushing. And, hey, we need to go get ours. Again, we need to get back on top. So I'm right there with you. I think that's probably pretty accurate.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's a motivating factor this year. I think Kirby's a master motivator, guys.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
Men, keep up the good work. I appreciate y'all. Adam, good to see you last Monday night, man. Y'all have a great day. Go Dogs.
Go Dogs.
Go Dogs.
Yes, sir. Good seeing you. Go Dogs, baby.
Oh, Dr. Phillips. He taught me in middle school.
Heath is we got a call about to come in.
Heath is about to call
We'll
in.
take a couple more.
Good deal.
We'll take a couple more here. And then we'll let everybody go try to have a slumber for the night.
Keyword
attempt,
try.
Attempt to slumber for the night. Attempt to slumber for the night.
I don't know. I mean, seriously, 3 Cokes. I don't think that's good for your health. Let me just read the nutrition facts here. We got.
Don't do that.
Gosh.
Do not do that. That's the last thing they do.
Wait.
All right, Claude. What do you think? No, we need to talk. We actually have a pause right now. Get the call.
What were you about to say?
What do you think is going to be the biggest matchup, the biggest mismatch tomorrow?
Mismatch?
Yep.
That's a good question. Let me think on that one.
Okay.
All right, welcome to Row 60. Who we got?
This is Will.
Will.
What's going on, Will? How are you doing tonight, man?
I'm doing pretty good. About 2.5 miles outside of Mercedes Stadium in Athens, Georgia, baby.
Oh, there we go. So you're right there in Athens, Georgia. Love that, Will. So what's the feel in Athens tonight? Is everybody fired up?
Come again.
I said, I ain't gonna lie to you. I probably won't go to sleep all night.
Love that, Will.
Yeah.
I mean, love it, man. I mean, the state of Georgia is like we've said it many times tonight. It's bigger than Christmas Eve night. It's bigger than waiting for the big man to come down the chimney.
Yeah.
It is time. It is Georgia football opener eve. Everybody's juiced. That's why we're having this call-in show, is for everybody to get fired up together, because we're all like-minded here. And I agree with you, man. So, Will, what do you think is going to happen tomorrow in Mercedes Benz Stadium? You got a good feeling about it?
Yeah, I'm not.
Hey, Will, I think we're breaking up with you a little bit. Try that again.
I said, I'm excited to see Carson Beck back on stage for his senior year this year. So
yeah.
And he almost hit the verge of 4,000 passing yards last season. He's 24 touchdowns. So if he can do what he did last year will be a pretty good tape.
Yeah. Well, I mean, everybody talks about NIL ruining the game. That's one blessing of NIL is you get a guy like Carson Beck who in 2013 wouldn't be back at Georgia.
100%.
If it was 2013 and it was his junior year, he would leave and go to the NFL as a late first round guy maybe then. And now though you're able to give him an NIL package, say 6th round for a senior year. So that when everybody's cursing NIL, transfer portal, all this now, you got to think of the good with it too, and that's one of the goods right there. So yeah, I agree, man.
Yeah, and on most of the polls I've seen too, Carson he's in the top polls for the Heisman Watch too this year, which is really boost your confidence a little bit as a Georgia fan. We've always had a good quarterback slot, but I mean that sure does show you something right there too with him being on the Heisman Watch.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. I mean it's something that is when you have the odds of winning a national championship. And teams that win a national championship, you go back, you have good play in the trenches on both sides, especially your defensive front and a returning veteran quarterback. And hopefully that's what Georgia's going to have this year. It seems like everything's adding up. That's what it's going to be this year. And Carson Beck, I don't know if he'll win the Heisman. If from a numbers standpoint, a flashiness like a Shadur Sanders might have, but as far as just the stats. But, yeah, I mean, he could. He could have a monstrous year, man, and hope he comes out of the gates tomorrow with just some incredible numbers to the air. I think as Josh, the caller before last, alluded to, with Clemson secondary banged up, I think can bode well, man, that Carson might rip it through the air tomorrow.
Yeah, well, I think Carson has a lot of good going for him. I mean, first of all, you got a veteran offensive line, one in which he played with last year. You've got some really key weapons. Even though you lose Ladd McConkey and Brock Bowers, those guys, I don't think you can replace those guys, to be quite honest. But you still have a treasure trove of weapons to get to target. So, yeah, I mean, Carson Beck, another year under Bobo. I think he's going to take that same kind of leap that Stetson took from 2021 season to 2022 season. So, yeah, I'm excited to see what he's going to do tomorrow.
I was talking to my dad earlier, and he's telling me, I was like, yeah, it won't be like Brock and Ladd. And he was like, yeah, but just like when they fell off and they go into the NFL now, we got another group of great recruits coming up. And I'm just really excited to see Dylan Bell and Oscar Delp. We were both juniors. They still got 2 years. Hopefully they stay with us. I think that'll be good for us too.
100%.
Oh, yeah, man. They're playmakers. And you're right. When you lose elite talent like Ladd McConkey, what he turned into and what Brock Bowers is it's hard to replace that. And when you're at that level, what they did for Georgia here and the leadership too, and how they carried themselves, but the talent that's coming in at receiver too, and the next guy's up. That's what we were just talking about earlier on this show. Georgia's now at the point where it's reload mode, man. And I'm excited to see this next wave, be the ones to be able to step up and see what playmakers
for sure.
are going to be here.
Yeah, and Clemson, they really, they went 9-3 last year, like Florida State, NC State, Louisville, almost half the teams in the ACC had a better record than them. They just ain't the same team that people look at them, from the outside in, like it ain't the same old past few years. It ain't that era no more for Clemson.
Yeah. I mean, go ahead.
I was just going to say they had a lot of momentum. They started off very slow last year, obviously losing that first game to Duke, which was absolutely hilarious if you watched it because they outgained them.
I hope they come out looking as unprepared and out of shape as they did.
I don't think that will be the case, but
so. Man,
that would be hilarious.
That happens. Whew.
But now they've got some momentum, or so they think. But, man, you got to go play the number one team in the nation, and I don't think it's any fluke that Georgia is just number one. I mean, we've definitely proved that over the past few years, and what we got coming back this year.
That's right.
I don't know.
That's right.
Yeah, don't get me wrong, Clemson. They do have a solid defense, but with Georgia's defense against Clemson's middle class offense, man, it's gonna be a show for us Georgia fans. I'm excited for it, man. I'm fired up.
Oh yeah,
yes, sir.
That's right, Will. Well, we appreciate it, man. You get fired up tomorrow, and hey, have you given us a score prediction?
Yeah. Did you give a score prediction? If you did, I can't remember.
I can't remember.
I think. Well, I know Georgia's about a 12.5-point factor right now, so they're in Atlanta too. Over under Georgia 38-10.
38-10. Nice.
Love it, man.
28, 4 touchdown.
Book it. Loving these predictions tonight, and hope they come true. Will. Appreciate you calling in, man. Great insight right there. Great knowledge from a young man. Love seeing young people fired up about some Georgia football. And,
I'm only 14, but I
love
love Georgia, and I'm gonna keep it up. So.
Yes, there you go. You're blessed to come up as a young Dog fan in some great times, man. Enjoy every second of it because I promise you, it doesn't last forever. But as long as Kirby Paul Smart's in that and is in Athens, it'll last. So enjoy every single second of it. Enjoy every second of this season, Will. Enjoy tomorrow and get loud. Wear your red and black. Go Dogs, baby.
Let's go Dogs, baby. Let's go.
Ooh, 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 ooh. Appreciate it, Will.
Good call from Will there. I don't know if Will's ever called in, but
yeah, that was good.
That was a good call.
Love seeing some young people fired up about Georgia football. Hey, that's good.
Hey,
they're growing up in a good area for it. You know?
Absolutely.
Let's see. When I was 14, 2007 season.
Yeah,
2007 season. That was a good one. When I was
speaking of the old days,
this
guy right here may be who we owe our Georgia
60. Yes,
Georgia Bulldog
our
fan,
passion,
at least for me.
our energy.
Yes,
our energy is everything. Was the role model for that in the early 2000s and on, and still to this day.
And sorry, sorry. And your mom brought up a great point about this guy who's on the line. He taught us, and I think this is very important to add. He taught us how to have a good time without alcohol, without the drugs, that has become commonplace in the college football culture. This guy taught us to have good, clean fun and just get a good natural high.
Yes,
so
sir.
without further ado, I'll let him introduce himself.
Boys, it's Alan Burton. How y'all doing?
Go Dogs, baby. Doing good, Big Al. Going
Dogs,
good. Go
baby.
Dogs, baby. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. How we feeling tonight?
I thought I'd help. Oh, we're feeling pretty good. I thought I'd help close you guys out tonight. I was sitting here, me and Keaton have been listening. And
Good.
I'm not going to lie to y'all. I'm not going to lie. When I first, this evening, I've been just a little nervous because, I can't help myself. I grew up during the Munson days. And,
Right.
It's a different era.
That's right.
But I was a little nervous, but I've been listening to y'all's calling show and all these folks making all these points. And
that's right.
I'm starting to get a little confident.
Get a little confident, Big Al. I love it.
What I want to know is what's old Bug think about it?
Oh, she's nervous.
I mean,
she's
nervous as a cat.
How nervous as could be. Almost got up with a feeling like she felt like we were going to lose and was starting I had to talk her. I had to calm her down. I mean, she's one of those, like you said. Grew up in the Munson days. Grew up too many close Clemson games in the 80s. Doesn't like Clemson. Can't stand the thought of losing to Clemson makes her sick as can be. So.
Boys, I did just see something scroll across the bottom of ESPN. It did say, we're 7-1 in the last 8 games.
That's right.
So
that's right.
We've kind of had their number.
We do.
It's. I was just sitting there listening to y'all tell all these stories, folks. So, and nearly every one of these stories you telling, I was probably right there beside.
Oh, you were. That's right. A big part of it.
Talking about naming your kid's Stetson, I was right beside you. And at the Orange Bowl in Miami.
Well, every
victory making more new members this year.
That's right.
That's exactly right. And I'll have y'all some this year too.
That's right. I was going to say every victory cigar that you see in these row 60 pictures is provided by Alan Burton, man.
Yeah,
good victory smoke. That's good.
That's right, baby. I'll make sure I'm gonna go up here in a little bit and order some more, so we'll have plenty for this season.
There we go.
We're gonna need a lot.
There we go, Big Al.
We're gonna need a heck of. We're gonna need a lot of them this year because a lot of big games.
Love it, brother. Love it.
I'm a little nervous about it. It's a tough schedule, but if anybody have us ready to play, it's Kirby.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
He'll have us ready to play.
That's right.
What did y'all feel about it? I mean, really, sure enough, tomorrow. I mean, what do y'all think?
Tomorrow, I mean, I'll be honest with you. I mean, I still respect Clemson and what they, as far as their talent, I think their talent is their. I think the first one. I think their depth is. I think it's going to be. We're in the second half. Georgia pulls away. I think we're going to be a little bit nervous up front. It's going to just start out, get our feet wet a little bit, kind of knock off some rust or start wearing them down. I think the offensive line is just going to be too much to handle in the first half, and I don't think Clemson's got the depth on the D line. I think their first starting line is going to be pretty good, but once they start getting wearing out and how good this Stacey Searles Georgia offensive line is going to wear them down, and points will be scored in the second half, and Georgia really pulls away then and imposes their will, playing Kirby ball, bully ball.
Yeah.
Well, I'm starting to feel that way too. I'm not going to lie. I was feeling kind of a 37 to 24 score, but the more I've heard everybody now, I'm thinking more like a 37 to 17.
Me too.
Or something.
Me too. I think I said on the show like 31, 17, 14, but now I'm starting to think I'll pull away more than that. Like you said, about 38, 17. I think 17 feels right for them, maybe. Around there, and then I think between 35, 42, maybe.
I'll say this though, boys. The pessimist in me. This is what scares me. Y'all realize we hadn't lost a regular season game since 2020.
That's right.
Now, don't say that.
That's right.
And, and the odds say sooner or later, something bad will happen.
Well,
I just think Kirby has us ready. We're just that locked in. So
that's right. That's right.
I'm hoping that time doesn't catch up with us.
I agree. And one thing too, I got to add a little bit of nerves because I've just bashed him the whole show, and I but you do got to give him credit for what he has accomplished. Dabo is. Have y'all seen the number like 12-1 against the spread when he's more than a
touchdown favorite or something, or 10 points?
When he's more. When as the underdog.
He knows how to get them up for a big game. There ain't no doubt. And look, it may be a 3-point game, but as long as we're on the right side of that three, I don't
exactly right, Big Al. That's exactly right.
Well, hold up. To your point though, Kirby is something like
that's right.
He's something like 12-3, but I think some of that has to do with Alabama. Actually, I think 2 of those games have to do with Alabama.
You're right. You're exactly right.
That's it.
I heard a stat, Clark. I heard a stat today that said the Kirby in the last 5 years has not lost to an active coach right now that's in football. And you know why? Because his last losses all came to Saban. Saban's retired.
That's right.
Right quick. We did this other day. Me and Adam are in a group chat with some guys. We started talking about who is Kirby actually lost to that are active head coaches. You ready for this? Gus Malzahn
and Tom Herman.
Yeah. Tom Herman at FAU.
FAU now.
And then Derek Mason at Middle Tennessee State.
God, that is a true.
Is that not crazy?
Yeah, that is crazy.
I could give a reason why you had. I mean, the Auburn game was just inexcusable in 17. And then the Texas Sugar Bowl, we all know what happened there. And then the first year loss on the 4th and 1, giving the ball to Isaiah McKenzie at 4th and 1 against Vanderbilt 16, whatever. So, but that's a fun fact.
Well, Kirby, we'll give him a pass. That's his first year.
That's right.
It didn't take him long to figure it out, did it? Boy?
No,
that's right. That's right.
Take him long to figure it out.
That's right.
Well, look, I love y'all boys, and I'm telling you, I look forward to making more memories with you this year. It's always just part of my family's.
That's right.
Gosh, we love the fall, man. It's
Well,
great. And I love making memories with y'all, and I'll have stokies for you at every big game we win.
Well, Big Al, you are a monstrous reason why this is happening right now. So always know that and take that to heart. We love you and appreciate you for the role model you've been to us.
I love y'all boys, too, and y'all keep up the good work, and go Dogs.
Go Dogs! Man.
See you, boys.
See you, Big Al.
Big Al, we got another caller. We're going to take some calls till they die out. Your wife is no longer here unless Callie's not asleep yet. She may get killed. Oh, that day's coming for me. But crap, what was I saying? Something about Big Al.
Big Al is always something. Big Al.
Gosh, dang it! I forgot what I was going to say. Oh, it was something good too.
Yeah. Who we got on the line now?
But we're gonna keep going.
All right, this is David from Buford again.
Oh, it is. Here we go. We're not getting off air till 11.
Yes. All right.
So, Big Al, his wife was my math teacher in high school.
Yes.
Big Al was my brother's baseball coach.
Really?
Yes, sir.
Wait a minute.
Big
Wait.
Al, Good man.
What's your last name?
Go ahead. Brogdon.
David Brogdon. Yeah.
And
your mom was actually my principal for 6 years.
Yes. Well, good gosh almighty. Wait a second. Did we go to school together? Because my mom was principal when I was there.
I think I'm 3 or 4 years younger than you, Clark. I met you a time or two.
Okay. Yeah, I'm sorry. Okay. All right.
Awesome.
Wow.
Awesome.
Connecting some dots here.
How about that? Small world.
Wow.
Love it.
Yeah, Big Al. He's a legend.
Yes, sir. Like I was talking about Georgia in his lifetime, they had some hard moments.
Yep.
In my lifetime, my earliest memories are Aaron Murray. So it's been pretty good since my memory.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
You grew up on some good days. I mean,
that's right.
That's kind of when I started getting into the fold, too.
I can remember since I've been alive is the tip six against Auburn. Other than that, it's been gravy and biscuits, boys.
Yes, sir. Well, I can name a few more. 2016 Ole Miss.
Overall, we've been very blessed.
We had some hard times. I agree.
Yep.
But since then, gravy and biscuits.
Yes, sir.
Mark Rick, good coach.
Good
Kirby
man.
Smart,
Yep.
great coach.
That's right. That's
I
right.
like that.
That's right.
Elite. Would you go as far as to say he's an elite coach?
I would say the elite of the elite.
Yeah. Yeah, the elite of the elite. Yeah.
So
yeah,
none
yeah,
better,
yeah.
really.
I mean, if we're talking top 2, top 3, Kirby's got to be in the top 3. I don't think there's a person on the planet that could leave Kirby out of their top 3 right now.
No. I don't even know if you can leave him out of the top 1.
Of current modern
Exactly.
day current coaches right now in college football.
Yeah.
Oh, he's number 1.
Two natties. Name another coach that's done it since Kirby's been here.
Dabo's got 2 right now. Dabo's got 2, but we're going to find out tomorrow that Kirby has just left that program.
Yeah, exactly. I think Clemson, like I said earlier, Dabo can't hang. But what do y'all think about Clemson's secondary?
Well, as Josh was alluding to, and we talked about earlier too, that it sounds like they've got 2 starting cornerbacks out for the game, and at least going to be banged up. At least one out, one at least banged up. And I wasn't really too impressed with them, from my little knowledge to begin with. So I think it's something, man, that Georgia can have a lot of success through there and have some explosive plays downfield, Clark.
Yeah,
and you got the guys.
I think so too. And I think we can run the play action and we can work them down with the pass, the short pass. And I think we're going to be able to run the ball with Dylan Bell and Travis at the end. I think we can work them.
Yeah, yeah. I agree, man.
Are we 100% sure Etienne's playing tomorrow?
He's not playing.
100%.
100% he's not playing. I mean, I don't know that. I'm not Kirby, but if I had to bet my house tomorrow on if he was playing or not playing, I'd say he's not playing.
But what you've heard is he's not playing.
I don't think he's playing because of Kirby. I think it's the UGA administration. I think it's who is it?
Jerry Moorhead, University of Georgia president. Hello, everybody. My name is Jerry Moorhead. I have a lot of respect for Mr. Moorhead. Don't get me wrong, but he has a fun way of talking. I'll just say that.
And I have a friend that I work with. He went to Clemson. He got a ring under Dabo during the Deshaun years.
Yep.
And he likes to talk shit. And I've been telling him for 2 weeks now. I was like, Dabo's falling off. Yep. I think we got you.
Yeah.
It's not a head-to-head battle. I think Dabo is falling off so far below. This is going to be a 1-of-1. I think it's not like when Todd Gurley was running the ball against Clemson. This is a whole different program, and you've got a whole different program.
Yeah. That's a good point. Tomorrow we see, and we've been saying this for weeks, I feel like, tomorrow we truly do see how far Georgia has separated itself or has not separated itself from Clemson. But I think it's going to be a pretty good distance between the two, if I had to take a guess sitting here tonight.
I agree with you. I think it's not the same way as it was before. I think we're a step above, and Clemson is falling a step down.
Yep. 100%.
Let's roll.
I love it.
Let's go to Atlanta right now.
Let's have a good night, and let's have a good Saturday, boys.
Yes, sir.
Go Dogs, baby.
Good to hear from you again.
Go Dogs!
Hey, you got to be a regular caller.
Hey, man, go Dogs, baby.
Oh, man. Good time here on Row 60. You just never know what you're going to get.
I love it. I love this platform for whatever people want to say about the Dogs, Georgia football.
Yeah. Well, Adam, we're almost to the point where we have to round up and just go to 11 o'clock. I mean, could you think you can do it? 19 more minutes. Come on.
19 more minutes. Yeah, I mean,
what do the people want? Do the people want us to go for a little bit longer?
3 hours. Nonstop.
Golly.
I love it.
I mean, it's not like we're going home to go to sleep. I mean, now you may go home and get Callie in bed if I hope she's asleep. Do you think she is? Have you gotten word?
I don't know.
Do we need to get confirmation?
I don't know.
Are you really going to be in the doghouse tonight?
Do we need to call my wife and ask if we can?
Maybe that's what we should do. That's what we should do is call Kelsey. Come on.
Yes. Answer this real quick.
Oh boy.
Here we go.
We got our second time caller tonight. Let her rip. Oh, he just hung up. He just said no. Never mind. Oh, all right. Here he is. Oh man. All right. Welcome to Row 60. Oh, he hung up again. What is going on? All right. Here we go.
Third time's
all right.
charm.
Here we go. Third time's a charm. Welcome to Row 60. What is going? All right, guys, we're getting trolled.
Unknown caller.
All right. Hello. Can you hear us? Hello?
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 Hello.
Hey.
There
it is. Mr. Joe,
Mr.
go
Joe,
ahead.
you are live on air from Row 60, broadcasting live from Canton, Georgia.
Well, I tell you what, guys, I've enjoyed the show all night,
Thank you, sir.
and I'm going to tell you some things. I honestly believe the Dogs going to go undefeated this year.
Why not?
Put that right there in that vein right there. Undefeated.
Why not?
Put it in that vein
Hey,
right there.
It's not too far-fetched.
No.
It's going to be a challenge, Mr.
Why
Joe.
not,
But
why not be 4 in a row?
That's right.
Well,
why not? Why not? Why not?
oh, I love listen, Mr. Joe, I love your enthusiasm. I know Adam does too, but I don't know. It's going to be tough now to go undefeated this year. Now, look, I believe I will say this: if there's anybody that can do it with the schedule,
it's the best feat in college football history of Georgia Rice's table this year.
I agree.
The regular season and the playoff undefeated. I love it.
That's a bold statement right there.
Well, I'll tell you what. I mean, we play Alabama in Tuscaloosa. We're going to go in there and we're going to win that game. We're going to kick their butt.
Yes, sir.
And they won't know what hit them.
No, they won't.
They won't know.
They're not going to know because there's no Nick Saban on that side. Kalen DeBoer. Has Kalen DeBoer ever visited the Southeast United States before this year?
This is his first game. It's going to be his first loss. So.
It's like the SEC, Paul.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you then. We're going to Austin, Texas.
Yes, sir.
It will not be the first time we played there before.
Yes, sir.
Oh, is it not? Wait, so we have played it.
No. Van Tarkson played them there.
Oh.
Back about 59 or 60.
Yes,
okay.
And Wally Butts was the coach.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And they took Tarkington out and put Charlie Britt in. We had a lead, and Butts liked Britt better than he did Tarkington, so he put him in. Lost the ball game. So
that's a great stat right there. I did not know about that game of Fran Tarkington from Mr. Joe. Yeah, the official Row 60 historian.
Well, I'm going to tell you what, I might be old, but I got a good memory.
Yes, sir, you do.
Dang right you do, Mr. Joe. Dang right you do. It's gonna be fun to see that game, that environment where both those teams are at that time. I mean, golly, there's just so much exciting stuff to talk about.
We get to Atlanta. We're gonna be Atlanta and 12-0,
yes.
And we're gonna play Missouri because they don't play nobody this year.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I love it.
I can say it.
Let's roll. Let's roll. I don't care who. What Kirby says. Anytime.
And then we beat them, and it'll be our second time in the the Benz. Then we go to the next game, it's the Peach Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And we win that game, and then we have to come back to Atlanta to play in the national championship game.
Yeah, right. Well, Mr. Joe, who would you venture to say is going to meet up with Georgia in that national championship game in Atlanta at the end of the year? What's your prediction?
It's going to be Ohio State.
Yeah. Now you got a friend who's an Ohio State fan, don't you?
Yeah, I sure do. He's a good guy, and I like him. But he's a realist. So
that's good.
Yeah, he understands.
That's good. He knows what's coming.
He understands that when the Dogs play you, you're going to lose.
Right, right.
Yeah. Even if it is from a shanked field goal.
That's right.
That's right. And if they'd made that field goal and they'd won it, they would have killed TCU just as bad as we did. So.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
That's true. Yep.
So the actual national championship game was played in Atlanta that year. So
it was.
That's right.
That was one for the ages right there.
You dang right.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you guys something now. I don't know if you got time enough to listen to it, but
you tell us, Mr.
1964,
Vince Dooley's first year.
Yeah, Vince Dooley's first year. The Boy Scouts were awarded, all the Boy Scouts chapters across North Georgia were awarded opportunities to be people to escort people down the aisles and everything, see them and everything.
Yes, sir.
We were ushers, basically.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And so in '64, I got to see Vince Dooley's first game in Athens.
Nice.
And I went all the way through 1969. Now, Boy Scouts, you don't get to be over 16 years old and you become Explorer Scouts. But so I became an Explorer Scout. And I would not leave the Scouts because I would miss ushering at Sanford Stadium. And we also ushered in Stegman Coliseum at basketball games.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And which, by the way, Stegman Coliseum looks good. They really stuck some nice lipstick on that pig right there right now.
Well, I tell you what, that was back in the days in the 60s. And so
that's awesome.
I saw Archie Manning play in Athens. In '65, I saw the first televised Georgia football game on ABC.
Oh, yes, sir.
It was, Georgia and Alabama.
Oh, yeah.
And we beat them on the flea flicker.
Oh, yeah, the old flea flicker.
Was that a night game?
No.
Or no?
First
No,
night
it was a
game
day
was
game.
82.
That's right.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, that was I love that flea flicker call. And how they practice it and practice and never could get it to work. Then Dooley calls it. And then also what people don't know about that game, Mr. Joe, but you do, is not only did they have to get the flea flicker, they had to go for 2 and get the 2-point conversion as well.
Yeah, and we got the 2-point conversion and won the ball game 18-17.
That's right. That's right. I mean,
Yeah,
great win.
Bear Brian after the game says, "What happened to you?" He said, "They were better than us."
I love it. There's a historic picture of that game where 2 of Georgia's linemen have Vince Dooley on his shoulders, and he's leaning down on their shoulders, shaking Bear Bryant's hand. Who's just standing there.
That is cool.
Oh, yeah.
It's a good one. Good
Well,
one.
I tell you what, 1976, I was in Athens.
The Wonder Dogs. No, the Junkyard Dogs.
They played Alabama. And Alabama had a running back named Johnny Musso. He had never lost a yard. In that game, he got 0 yards against us, and we beat them 21-0.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. 76.
And people offered me $200 for my tickets, and I was a poor student. I could have took $200 and walked away from it. I wouldn't give it up because I had to see my dogs beat the heck out of them.
That's right.
That's
That's
awesome
right.
right
I
there.
love it. Love it.
Good
love
stuff.
It, love it.
Well, Mr. Joe, we're going to take a couple more calls, see if anybody else is calling in. But hey, we greatly appreciate it. We know you've been looking forward to not only football season, but also this call-in show. And we've been seeing your stuff on YouTube. We appreciate your support, Mr.
Yeah,
Joe.
appreciate it, Mr. Joe. God bless you.
Well, I tell you what, I really appreciate you guys. You guys are like me when I was young.
Well, we appreciate
And
that, Mr. Joe.
I really like you guys, and I appreciate you, and I love you both.
Yes, sir. We love you, Mr. Joe. You take care and have a great time watching Georgia whoop up on Clemson tomorrow. You're from Northeast Georgia.
Oh, good Lord, I'm going to celebrate tomorrow about 2 o'clock in the afternoon when we beat the crap out of Clemson.
You dang right. There we go. I love
Yes,
it.
sir.
I love it. I love
We'll
it.
talk to you soon, Mr. Joe.
Woo! Go Dogs, Mr. Joe.
Yep. Y'all have a good night.
Thank you. You too now.
Oh, Mr.
Good
Joe,
Mr.
just
Joe,
a staple
golly,
of the
said a
Rose
lot of
60
Georgia
family.
football. We love hearing that. We love hearing the stories from Mr. Joe. I mean, that's gold right there.
All right, I'm going to say maybe one more call, but who knows, Adam? Who knows?
Probably need to do one more after this.
Have you gotten word from your wife?
Yeah. Just, yeah.
So you're in the doghouse tonight, right?
No, not in the doghouse, but she would prefer me probably.
Sure, to do the wise thing and get back home.
Yeah.
I see. All right, welcome to Rose 60. Who we got?
This is Logan from Athens, Georgia.
What's going on, Logan? How are you doing?
I'm doing good on this fine Friday evening.
Awesome, brother. Awesome. What's happening in Athens tonight?
Well, you know how it is. Just get ready for that game tomorrow in Atlanta.
That's right.
I believe we're gonna kick the tail out of darn Clemson.
That's right. That's right. I agree. I fired up, starting to feel that
How
way.
you boys feeling about this season?
Oh, about the season? Yeah, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling a playoff team for sure. I think SEC championship team. I do expect there to be a loss in the regular season on the road. I don't think you're going to get beat in Sanford Stadium.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll say this. I don't think there's going to be a team that beats Georgia twice this year, whether it be in Tuscaloosa or Texas, you lose, So,
and I'd venture to say you're not going to see a team in the regular season, though I'm same with Adam here. We differ in which game we're going to lose, but I don't think it's going to be just a blowout. It's going to be Georgia stays close in every single game that we were to lose this year. We would keep it kind of close, but yeah. What about you? What do you think?
I mean, I don't think it's going to be. I don't think it's going to be as easy as our last season. I mean, I believe this team's going to be a good team, but I believe we're missing some depth because I listened to Kirby's comments. What was it about a week ago? I believe this team is going to be a good team, but I don't believe it's going to be a team like we've had the past 2 years.
Yeah. I mean,
that's my thought.
Offensively, we might be there. I think we might be better than what we were, and we were really good with Brock Bowers and them. But I say that it's tough. I don't know. I think we're up there in terms of offense, defense. Young, but definitely. We're still green in some areas, secondary especially. But I think we've got the talent. We got the potential, obviously, to get there. So
yeah, gonna be very interesting.
So
well, fellas, I thank you so much. I love the show, and y'all keep on carrying on, fellas.
Yes, sir. We appreciate it.
Appreciate it, brother. Get loud and rowdy tomorrow. Appreciate you calling in. Go Dogs!
Yes, sir. Let's get them. Go Dogs!
Woo!
All right, we're going to wrap this one up.
Wrap it up.
This has been a
put the bow on it right now.
Yep, I think tonight has just gone.
Matt Taylor, great up there.
Everybody's wanting us to call Waffle House. We'll save it.
Okay.
Unless you want to. Unless you think we should.
Well, probably.
Should we save it?
I think it'd be more majestic to call it Tuscaloosa Waffle House.
Oh, all right.
When that time comes.
Oh, boy. All right. Y'all remind us.
We might actually run into the people at a Clemson Waffle House.
Yeah, that's true.
In our day-to-day life.
That is true.
It's a little too close.
It's a little too close for comfort. Well,
you mark my words. You have my words now. After we beat Clemson and we go up to Kentucky, take care of business, and we're sitting here for a live call-in show on the eve of the game in Tuscaloosa. I give you my word. We will call a Tuscaloosa Waffle House to end that show.
And we will get through to one of them. I know last time we tried, it didn't work.
We will.
We absolutely will that time.
We will. Love that, though.
Well, guys, thank y'all so much. Blake, thank you, man. Thank every one of y'all for sticking around and watching this show. It has been a lot of fun. Baylor, hey, listen to this. Shout out to Baylor. First of all, he's a patron, friend of the show. He's appeared on episodes before with us. But Baylor's at a wedding right now.
Oh,
and his really good friend Eduardo. I think he's actually the best man in the wedding. Eduardo got married today because he had enough respect for people to not do it on a Saturday.
Oh, good job by Ed getting married today. And that's good. Get on Ed. That's good. That's good etiquette. That's
good etiquette indeed.
Good etiquette. We respect that. I mean,
good etiquette.
We're not
Everybody
going to
agrees
wedding showers. We're not going to weddings in the fall. I mean, there's only one thing for Saturdays now until forever. Right? College football. That's right. For the people in the. So, all right.
Great show. Hey, great show. Thank y'all. Thank you, Star Wars Dawg.
Let's go to Atlanta right now. Load up, boys.
Podcast.
We're going to
Thank
Atlanta
y'all.
right now.
Are we really?
Right now.
Well, let's go.
Let's go.
Get the magnets on the car.
And let's
get
roll.
The flags on the windows.
I-85 South, baby.
You got to do this, Adam. There you go. I give him one of those.
All right,
Adam. Wrap this thing up. It's been a heck of a night.
You still got the same score prediction right now after 3 hours of talking with the people. You still feeling the same thing?
Oh, yeah. I'm feeling 41-14. Dogs
41-14 Dogs on top. I've ramped it up even more since our podcast now. I hate Clemson. Y'all know I hate Clemson. I don't like Danny Ford. I don't like Trevor Lawrence. I don't like I do not like Deshaun Watson. I don't like Ben Boulware. I don't like who else do I not like though? I don't like William the Bridge Perry. I don't like Woodrow Dantzler. I don't like Tommy Bowden. I don't like Brett Venables. I don't like Jeff Scott. Yeah. I don't like Tony Elliott. Yeah. New Spring Church did some corrupt things.
We're not saying we don't like them. We're saying we don't like their
there was some
behavior.
speculation that could have been involved during Clemson's run from New Springs Church. So we're just
Is this slander?
No. There just could have been some stuff. There could have been some things.
Is this slander against a church?
No,
a mega church.
I mean, topic for a different day on some other issues with that church.
All right, continue. Who else do you not like?
Anyway, we don't like the Clemson Tigers, man. It's time to let them know that Kirby Smart has run in circles around Dabo Swinney these days, and that the superior program has always been in Athens, Georgia. It always will be in Athens, Georgia, above Clemson, South Carolina. It is time for another championship year, baby. Buckle up. Because Chapter 1, as in that hype video that the your old UGA video team just released, it's time to let the big dog eat. See y'all in Atlanta tomorrow. Wear your red and black. Get rowdy. Go Dogs!
Go Dogs!
Woo!